Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Direction, choose your own path.
You know, this is the home of We Major, Me Frosty, Unfamous, and the restricted clothing brands. Let's get it.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basic. Pay attention. Stay alert. And remember, choose your own path.
Stop. What's poppin'?
What's up?
How you? Everything golden?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Kiera, what's goody? Welcome. How's everything?
Today was good.
You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing the right thing. I can't complain. Good to see you. Good to have you. Jazz, what's goody?
Perfect.
How's everything?
Everything's good. How are you?
I'm doing the right thing. I can't complain. Becca, what up?
Perfect.
What's up, Hamp? What's up, ladies?
What is our new PRs? Anything to update us on?
No, but I do graduate from college in a week.
Oh,
so yeah, I'll have my bachelor's next week. Yeah.
That's what's
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well earned.
What you get it in?
Cybersecurity.
Okay.
Oh,
Very tangible, very usable. That's what's up, man. Well, we proud of you, man.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you.
What's up, man? I'm gonna need to hold something once you get going.
We getting there. We getting there.
Ari, what's popping?
I'm good. What's going on?
Everything good?
Yep.
Hanging in there?
Hanging in there.
I like it, man. We got 50 people in the building. Please hit the like button. Make sure the likes match the viewership, man. Women's POV. We here.
Women's POV, a place to be heard. When it's POV, I need a word with my girls. When it's POV, Tuesday nights trying to get it right. It's just real point of views from real women's lives now. Women, ladies, put the kids to bed and pull up a seat. We don't judge, come up, just say what's up before you speak. Tuesday night, this night, this might be risky every week. So let your head down, pour the wine up and get ready for the tea. It's a different outlook, trying to find out what is missing. DJ Hamp gon' let you cook to edify and not to burn down the kitchen. Relationships, kids, new women just want, don't judge. Girl, we listening, don't judge, yeah. Girl, we listening, don't judge. Don't judge. Cause girls just wanna fight and women just wanna have fun. When women's POV, I need a word with my girls. When women's POV, Tuesday nights trying to get it right. It's just real point of views from real women's lives now.
Get the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button, man. Everybody feeling good? Y'all all right?
Mm-hmm.
Feeling great, feeling great.
All right. So this conversation is gonna be pretty straightforward. A few other ladies will be joining. Hopefully they listen in so they can understand the premise of the conversation. I usually have clips loaded up and things of that nature, but we went slightly viral a few times based on the clips of the conversations that we had previously. You know, we were talking about getting people together. We were talking about sexual promiscuity, hoism, dating friends, attitudes,
Perfect.
being single,
Perfect.
kids being bad as shit, kids can't read. And seemingly they relate a lot of this stuff to black women, black women's conduct.
Perfect.
There is a trend that's happening. Saad, it says that black men are married to black women at 83% right now. In 2 years, it's going to be 76%. That would be pretty low. Asian women usually date not their men the most. They usually go to white men. But black men are slowly but surely trending in that direction. They saying every time we release a clip, have you ever read the comments?
No, what they be saying?
Save yourself, black man. Get a passport, black man. Go your old way, black man. This ain't worth it, black man. We can't lead. We can't protect what we can't correct. We can't lead anybody who don't want to be led, etc., etc., etc.
Perfect.
That's crazy.
Saad, it is your job, responsibility, and opportunity, along with Kiera, Jazz, Becca, Ari, Callie be up here, maybe Lex. We need to dispel some of these notions, man. Cause I say, yo, black women are worth it. They say, hey, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
They say,
We
hey,
are worth
prove
it.
it. You know what they say? I say, yo, black women are worth it. You know what they say to me, Saad?
What they be saying?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Then they say, they say this,
You keep talking, man. And you shut the fuck up. Huh?
Then they say,
Bing, what are you doing here? I thought I'd tell you to go fuck your mother.
I'm stressed out, Saad.
Yeah, that's a tough cookie to swallow. That's crazy.
All right. So let's start here, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel. Attitudes. They say black women got the worst attitudes in the goddamn world. They say, yeah, we understand white women, but particularly black women have the worst attitudes to deal with out of all women. Is there any truth to that statement? It's a broadcast. Y'all can talk if y'all want.
I wasn't sure if you were asking Saad or if you were asking all of us.
I was trying to ask Saad because I kept saying Saad, but
yeah.
What you think, Becca? Is there any truth to this? Is it all a lie? Is it an overemphasizing? What do you think?
There is truth to it. How we present ourselves, not only to ourselves, like as women, and talking to each other, we can be very petty. I see it, often with men. If we take a certain tone, or we feel like something is needed to be defended. We take offense to certain things and we're just like, we kind of get loose with our lips. But yeah, I don't think it's just, I don't think it's just something that people say. I think it's something that's seen and that we need to get under control if we want the respect or we want to gain, the trust of our Black men. It's just my opinion.
Anybody else? Is there any truth to the statement? What you think?
I don't agree. I feel like if a white woman or an Asian were to react to something the same way we do, I don't feel like it would be labeled as attitude. I think when Black women do anything, if they show confidence or set boundaries, it's always identified as attitude. I don't necessarily agree with what she said.
So you say necessarily. So you do acknowledge that there's a plight there? Or did you mean to say necessarily, or should we eliminate you saying that word?
Yeah, eliminate that.
Okay. All right. So you're saying you can say the same thing the Asian woman says, right? But when you say it, it'll be taken as more harsh, more abrasive, et cetera, et cetera.
Absolutely.
So you agree with what I said?
No, what I'm saying is I can give you an example. Me personally at work, I have a white girl that's a coworker. Me and her are like the same person, just in different bodies. And I can say something and she can say it in the same tone and it's taken totally different than when I say it. When I say it, I'm an angry Black woman. When she says it, it's nothing wrong, or she just standing her ground. It's a difference. We said the same thing. We said it in the same tone. It's just taken different coming from her than it is for me. So I feel like we are labeled to have attitudes, but it's not necessarily an attitude all the time. Like you got times where we all have attitude towards anybody when it could be justified. But just because I say something, or because I say it a certain way, or I'm setting a boundary, or I'm confident in what I'm saying or who I am, doesn't mean I have an attitude. Because if a white woman or Asian did it, it wouldn't be taken that way. Or if a Hispanic did it, or she's spicy. It's a difference.
What's your take, Becca?
I agree with you.
Listen, let me tell y'all, we need to walk this down. Black women's attitudes, right? I'm fighting saying Black women are worth it. But they say they got the worst, stinkingest, most diabolical attitudes that are impossible to deal with. Go ahead, Rebecca.
Okay. So Jasmine, I agree with the fact that we all have our moments where we get angry or we get loose, with our lips and stuff like that. But the reality is it's not coming from nowhere. Like they're not saying it because they look at us and they just are now just saying these things because they never existed. Look what's being put out about us. And it's put out in the worst way. You see it at the extreme, but that's what's being looked at. That's what's being the face of Black women. Now that's where that truth is that comes to it. That's all I'm saying is there's truth to it, because look at the behavior that goes out. Yeah, we could talk about other women, we could talk about other races, but the reality is we're always the face of that. And is it right? No. But that's the truth. We see it, we experience it, even if it's not in our face, we see it all the time, all over social media and all over the internet.
Go ahead, Zara. Go ahead.
Oh
Talk
yeah,
your
so
shit.
so I get what you're saying, Rebecca, but I disagree as well. I just feel like we tired. Like Black females, we fucking tired. And yeah, maybe we don't mean to come off like that, but it's just like we take from so many angles. We take from our men, we take from these fucking crackers, we take from fucking everybody, and then at the end of the day, it's like we're just left with what? So yeah, you make it a one-off. But that doesn't characterize us as a whole as just being these angry, bitter women that they paint us out to be.
Yeah, but that also doesn't say that it's not some truth to it. That's the only thing I'm putting to it. The fact that
Oh
I
no,
think the
and that's why I
majority,
said I agree with the truth.
yeah,
But you also said it's a reason. You said something like it's a reason, or look at the bigger
yeah,
picture or
as
something.
far as
So that's
the
what I'm saying. So if we want to
internet.
get to the nuance of it, why are we acting like this? Is because we fucking tired.
And
Okay,
that's
so So you saying
You're a victim.
is that what you saying? Let me know.
I didn't hear the clip. It was doing. It didn't play. What did it say?
You're a victim.
I couldn't hear it either.
Yeah, I couldn't
I
hear.
didn't hear it. Can you do it
I
again?
didn't hear
You're a
it.
victim.
It's not working. What
You're
is
a
the
victim.
You did. He says,
Yeah, I'm
I
not saying
forgot
we're
what
a
it
victim.
was.
It's
What
the
I'm saying
replay.
is we're tired of being the fucking victim, and this is the aftermath. The aftermath of it.
Didn't that angry black women thing start back in slavery though, when a black woman showed emotion?
Or stood the fuck up.
Right. So, like Rebecca, I like to an extent, like I get what you're saying, but at the
Mhm.
same time, it's like if we do it, if we were another race, it would not be characterized as that, as angry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean,
So I missed Becca. I missed your whole point when you started talking. It just went off. Can you summarize
It's
what you
okay.
said?
I was just saying that Hamp asked, is there truth to the fact that we have like the worst attitudes or,
In the
you
world,
know,
I heard what he said.
yeah. So I agree that there is truth to it. Now, the reason I say that is because of what's put out about us. Yes, we have our times, and I agree with Jasmine, as far as we have our times where we're upset, and it looks different or people portray it different than they would a different race. But how I see it is just what's put out about us is what makes people go to the defense about us. Now, obviously, I can talk to Saad, I can talk to whoever, and I don't get that. I don't look at Saad and be like, oh, she's an angry da 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 da, or look at anybody else because they're upset and think that they're just angry. I think that they're venting. They feel some type of way, they whatever. Now, that's why I said majority. I don't think that's who we are as Black women, but there is truth to the whole Black women, angry Black woman thing. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
And the day that said black women had the worst attitude, were they men, black men?
Yes.
Yeah. And they said
Yes.
we have the worst attitude in the world. And have they been outside of the US or?
Some of them have. I know we don't use the word some, but I think that
Oh, we don't,
works.
because I don't like to categorize because I don't like to categorize. I feel like it's real ignorant. But I mean, if we're talking about like the majority, I really don't know if I can speak on that either because I really stay in a small space in my business. But social media definitely does portray black women to be angry and ratchet and promiscuous and all of the bad stuff. But who's gonna portray it? Who's gonna show the good stuff? So,
So what we heard was this is the sentiments of the men that are courting and dating the Black
oh my
women, right?
gosh.
This has been shared.
Every time something happens, I cannot hear.
Man, y'all and terrible. I don't want to talk and then y'all can't hear me. Should I talk?
I can hear you.
I can hear you too, Ham.
Sleep, right? There's all I'm hearing disqualifiers to justify. That's what I'm continuing to hear. Has he been here? Has he been there? It's not all of them, right? But this is a sentiment that has been shared overwhelmingly. We actually just also acknowledge the fact that there's a trope, right? Even in the workplace where they see or treat or view the responses of Black women in a negative way. Saud said, we do it because we're tired. But you know what that actually still means? The fact that it's done, but it's justified because of how I've been treated. And I asked, tired of what exactly? Tired of what? What's happening that makes you so exhausted? What's this tired? Like when you're saying black, you're tired of Black men. What do you mean? We're not married. Who are you tired of? We don't have our priorities in order. So what are you tired about? Who else are you tired of? What's happening? I'm asking. Because I need this statement above to be accurate. Kiera, what are you guys tired of? What's happening?
I'm gonna be honest. My audio went out again, so I missed the very first part of what you said. What was the very first part related to what you just asked, or was it?
Yeah, can you hear me well now?
I can hear you now. It seems like whenever somebody goes out, I don't know, it cuts out or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
that's what's going
essentially,
on with mine. My bad.
Saul was saying that black women are tired, therefore the behavior was acknowledged but then justified
Right.
because it's a
Mhm.
response to how you're being treated, right? And so I'm asking, what are you tired of? When it comes to the men, what are you tired about? That's the question. It's a broadcast.
Yeah, I was waiting for. I mean, Salvi said I was waiting for her to answer, but
No, talk your shit, Key.
I'm I'm really not sure. I would say maybe like I hate to like switch the subject and blame the men for why we have these attitudes, but if they're the ones that if they're receiving these attitudes, we have to talk. If they're getting this bad reaction, what's the action that is being given to? Like, what's going on in the midst that this woman is having this terrible attitude with you?
Okay. Except for, and I'm saying except on purpose, they also said it's happening to you guys in the workplace. Jazz mentioned that you guys are allegedly mischaracterized
Mm.
at work as well. Mischaracterized when people go through the Walmart line and there's a black lady cashier. Mischaracterized when the server's a black woman. People are having these sentiments that are being shared. Now, to your earlier point, it may be propaganda. So people will see you and assume something about you. And then all they need is one interaction to prove what on Instagram was accurate. So it's not just the men that they're dealing with that they have relationships with. It's seemingly a lot of different places in the earth where they're saying there was a unbecoming attitude coming from black women. So are we just dismissing it? And then when I ask the tired question, if it's everywhere, I mean, what do we say about it? Is it the client? Is it the customer? Is it the customer sitting at the roof, Chris, at the table? Like what is it everybody else? Is it everybody else? Hey, Key, and this is where I'm coming from, right? Every time I've been in trouble, there's something to it. I had to. I'll share this with y'all. I had to enter a plea, right? And I had to enter this plea called an Alfred plea because I didn't agree with all the facts in the case, but I couldn't disagree with all of them. Yeah, because I'm like, okay, that's shaky, but this part is substantive enough. You see?
Yeah, that's going to get you right.
Yeah, so I did an Alfred plea, so it has a little bit of like they understand that all the facts don't actually line up, but there's a portion of facts that.
I ain't gonna argue with you. Yeah.
So how do we chop this up?
Well, I can't speak too much on the tired part, but I really feel well. Let me see. So with the propaganda, is that like a stereotype, right?
Yeah, I would say so. That's fair.
So just like Becca said, like what's displayed on social media and like what's just put out there, like it's already assumed. And like you said, you only have to give them one instance where they're going to make it into a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And they're already biased. So like I don't have too many like situations at work myself, but before I did, and I felt like it was just because I was just chilling and minding my business. Like they said, it looked like I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to work. I was unhappy. I'm chilling. I'm here to work. I'm here to listen. I'm here to learn. I'm here to go handle my business. I'm pretty sure somebody else can have the same stale face or just resting face on, and they're just like, "Oh, okay, you all right?" But if for me, it's like, "Oh, you must have you don't. What's wrong?" Like I'm chilling. It's not the wrong.
Yeah.
And that might just already just be a biased perspective that they have. So
okay. Yeah, and I'm taking into consideration what you guys are saying, right? Like let's say we focus on the workplace for just an instant, right? I've had that experience too. With middle-aged white women, they seem to think I'm something, you know? They think I'm mean, they think I'm short, right? They think I'm too direct. That's what they say. You know what's true? I'm not nice. I used to give all my emails, Key, in the subject line. Make sure y'all be there at this time. I ain't even write in the body because I ain't got time for it.
okay.
Right?
So the whole message just in bold.
In
Got you.
bold. And I'm very direct. No, that's not right. Right? Like, they'll be like, oh, we need to quote this. And I said, no, that's wrong. So if you don't have 2 trucks on it, then we won't dispatch at this time. So make sure you put the 2 trucks on it because you need it for that volume based on that house. They're like, well, I'm not, trust me, the guys won't leave. So there was truth to it, but I was right in what I was saying, right? So I was justified in my mind because I'm right. I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feeling, but there's no fluff around it. However, it's not inviting. Now, the demographic that I was in charge of, the 300 people I was in charge of, right? They work their operations. So they just thinking, how do we get a task done? Right. So we have to be efficient, but the salespeople, they deal in fluff and all that other nuanced shit, so they saw me as abrasive. Were they wrong?
Abrasive. See, I would have to look up the real definition of that.
Like short.
Does that mean rude?
It means like short, direct, not a lot of like sugar, not a lot of fluff,
Right, but is that bad? Or is that just their
That's-
perception of it?
Yeah. So the perception though, and was I abrasive, operating like my whole email in the subject line?
Yeah.
No.
Email in the subject line is crazy.
Because think about it.
You were the boss?
Yes.
You were the boss?
Yes.
Oh.
Were you abrasive by just having it just in the subject line?
Yeah, because what?
I guess you could say yeah. But like, what else are you expecting from that? Like, how could you not be abrasive? Hey guys, hope everybody's doing well.
Yeah.
Do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what place your business is, but
yeah. So I was in the moving industry. I work for myself now. This is years back. I was a regional director for the Northeast now, mind you, right? So this is Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, all the way down to Maryland and Northern Virginia, So I was effective, top earners. We had a good report, the whole 9, but people, I wasn't that approachable to people, and I understood it, but I was effective in what I was doing, you see? Now, but does that make me not abrasive, right? If I'm unapproachable, are those things still accurate even though I was effective?
Yeah, you can consider it being abrasive. Like, are people too sensitive? Like, or are they expecting more from you because you're a black man? If a white man would have done it, would have been fine. Or like, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to relate that back to the black women. Like, they're wanting more fluff from us, I guess. And I guess that ties into Sadia saying, like, we might be tired of that. But you can have to speak on your own definition of what we're tired of.
I catch the play. So basically, even though we tired, it still doesn't excuse the behavior.
But what behavior?
And I understand that.
What behavior? Because
but it's just like, I don't know. Like
Kiara said, like, my face, people always tell me, like, Jazz, your face tore up. Jazz, your face tore up. And it's like, this is my face. Like, what do you want me to do? Like,
yeah, I don't excuse. Well, I know when I'm tired, I need a break. So I'm not gonna say like I was being rude or direct because I'm tired of y'all shit. But I'm gonna say what needs to be said. Well, I guess we talking about work still.
We talking about work, but we talking about what we talking about. Like, Jazz,
but do we get a break?
So here's the thing, Jazz. We understand your face is your face, but if people don't like your face, you can change the face.
Talk to my mama. Because what? Like,
not like you're not pretty. I'm saying like just
I'm saying like I walk into work, right? And how I'm looking at
we can be more welcoming,
yeah. Nobody.
But you really can't change somebody's.
It's like they can't hear you, Jazz.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Can y'all hear Jazz, Kiera?
Yeah, no, I can't hear her either.
You can hear me.
I hear you, Jazz. Yeah.
Well,
I think it's them. They might be having issues.
I can't hear Rebecca. What the hell is going on?
I hear Rebecca. I did not hear Jazz.
You don't hear me?
I heard Rebecca when she turned her mic on. Jazz might need to restart or something. I don't know.
It's Jazz's fault.
That's my fault, right? It's my face.
Oh, wait. Is she back? I think I hear it. I don't know.
Say something, Jazz.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Kiera
can't hear you.
I was like, yes, what?
I say it ain't me.
I don't know what Ari doing. Ari in witness protection.
I'm crying. No, I had to walk the dog.
What kind of dog
She
you got?
was like a little Yorkie, but
You can let that
she
motherfucker
wasn't
walk
trying to
out.
wait till the show was over. She wanted to go now.
Yeah,
Cardi,
so
you hear me?
it's
I
just
hear
I
you.
hear you.
it's interesting, Jazz. Like people's countenance, you know?
Come on now. I can't hear him. What is he saying?
Damn.
Yo, this is crazy. I don't know what's going on tonight.
I
Him,
know it
cause
keep going out. First I don't
it
hear
really
him,
is
and then I don't
tripping.
hear y'all.
Okay, so it's not just me.
No, it didn't
I
happen to
hear
me. I just kept
everybody.
on
I
jumping from
hear
my laptop
everybody.
to my
Can y'all
So
hear
phone.
me?
me, so the people
Good
in the
evening,
top
ladies.
row.
I could hear everybody.
Okay,
I
so the
don't
top
know.
row
Okay.
seems to be fine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So your countenance,
What
right?
was the
You
question?
guys use that word?
He is talking. What is he saying?
Hey, Kara, drop out, come back in real quick.
This is crazy.
Tell Kara what I
I'm
said,
freaking
Callie.
up.
Drop
Yeah,
out and come back in, Kiara. Key. Drop out and come back in.
Okay, okay.
I
oh
bet.
shit.
This is insane.
I'm sorry, she got good energy though. So here's the thing, right? Can you hear me now, sir?
Now I can't hear him. This is crazy.
This
Come
is
on,
crazy.
man.
Can you
He
hear me,
said, "Can
Shawty?
you hear him
Fuck
now?"
it. We got action.
All right, everybody, just stop hitting buttons, okay? Countenance. You guys ever heard that word?
Countenance.
hmm
Hmm.
Countenance. Is that a noun?
Like a man is known by his
No. What?
countenance. I almost want to restart the
Oh my
stream, but I'm
gosh.
scared. Should I
Can y'all hear him?
recreate the stream?
I
Yeah,
don't know,
I
because
can
this
hear.
shit is so janky right now. It's crazy.
I
It
can hear.
must be me.
I've never had this problem. We literally drop a link for people in the chat on the daily. All
He
right,
gonna have to type it in the chat box.
Oh, you still can't hear him, Kiara?
No, can y'all?
Yeah.
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 Golly, let me see. Oh,
all right.
let's.
Let me
No,
let
because
Kara.
once you
Hold
go
on,
out,
sir.
I'm not.
Hold on, sir. Let me just see. Let Kara drop out one time, and then if it knocks Sod out, we
Just tell me
understand
what
that
he's
there's
saying
an
when
issue.
he get finished.
Tell
So
Kara drop
log
out
out
one more time.
and come back in.
Yeah. Also, are you guys using
Now I
the?
can't hear y'all. I'll be back.
That's wild.
Their phones must be tied in or something
Yeah, it's
together.
definitely not me.
Is it their StreamYard?
Yeah. There's one more thing. That if they're not using the Streamyard app, that helps too. So you're not using the Streamyard app, correct?
Oh no, I'm just on my web browser.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of good, but it's. I mean, we can't hear, right? So, sorry, you can't hear me now, right?
I can hear you.
Key, can you hear me?
For now, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, countenance, right? It's just like a man is known by his look, by his countenance, you know? And we seem to think it's okay with having these resting faces, right? That are unapproachable. But we need to be stop. Don't touch anything because this is messing up.
My
So
bad.
she still touch. How you say my bad and then touch the thing?
I said
Um.
that after I touched it. Okay.
So you touching it now? All right. So
You're
that
just to the
has to
phone.
matter, right? You know, like we have all these justifications for things, right? That we have the ability to change. This adds into how people see us.
Right.
Why are we justifying this stuff?
Hmm.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
We need to
Justify
do
my
better.
like my face, like how I look, like
I'm about to say,
how
is a
I how I walk into a room. Like, no, don't get me wrong, my personality and my face, I guess, don't necessarily match, but I just look like I guess I look like I don't want to be bothered, but in my mind, that's not what I'm thinking. That's just what's showing on my face. Like, when
Hey,
I'm supposed
how much does it cost you?
to
A
what?
lot.
it don't cost a lot. You just got to be conscious of it. But is a resting face synonymous to an attitude?
Right.
But it
It's
is a
not.
lot because if you gotta keep on
Hmm.
pretending, like you have to pretend to like smile, like, okay, yeah, I'm happy, but I'm just not going around just cheesing. So it's just
That's
Yeah.
true
like
too.
I just always have to be like so smiling and I just have to be so Hi, thank you. Yes,
No,
it's like I
that's,
have to be a robot to the point where it's just like, what? I'm
Hey,
no, that's a little
chilling.
dramatic. I just
No,
try to keep in mind to like smile
It's
when I'm
not
talking to
dramatic.
people.
When you're in corporate America, I used to work in corporate America. I
Oh,
always
okay,
had to
yeah.
cater to people. It was always like I had to be so pleasant because the moment that I'm just chilling, like they say, it's like, what's wrong? You don't
Right.
want to be here? Like, girl, I'm chilling. I'm
Right.
fine.
Yeah, you had to get up out of there, didn't
And girl, ain't been back since. I did that too long. Too long. I'm tired of
you?
faking it.
But
yo,
no.
I mean, I
did
guess
you go ahead? Go ahead, Cal.
I was gonna say, hey y'all, what's up again?
Hey,
Hey,
Um,
Callie.
I was gonna say, like, you just walking around in your day to day or whatever like that. I don't think if correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think anybody is saying you got to have a smile plastered on your face, right? But if
yeah.
you make eye contact with someone, then your face should kind of
Look, one
brighten
of
up a
these.
little bit. Yeah, like what's up? You know what I'm saying? Just or like just hey, you know what I'm saying? Just if not just hey with your eyes, your face will automatically brighten up if you're just saying hey without physically saying hey. You know what I mean? You met eyes
But
with somebody.
I mean, yeah, I look,
yeah,
I'm from
I
the
agree.
South. I raised the people right down the road. So I'm okay with that. But
Why
it's
you
just like,
stop?
I'm sorry.
Why you cut Kier off?
Oh, Jasmine, my bad.
No, Kier.
I won't say
It
that.
was
It
Jasmine.
was me.
This was 2 minutes ago before Callie talked.
Oh, what I said.
Kiera said, "What did you say? It's not that deep, or it should
I said
be
it don't have to be that dramatic, to walk
that
around with a smile on
dramatic."
your face. Yeah.
But you said yes, it did. I hated being pleasant. God,
I didn't
What you
say
were
I
saying,
hated
like faking being pleasant, is what
what does
you
that
what?
meant.
mean? What?
Like
That
that's what you meant.
means that means I hated going above. I hated going. So I don't know him. You worked at first of all. You worked at corporate America, so you know exactly what I meant because you just said that
What
you
are you
wrote an
talking about?
email and you wrote the subject and the whole fucking like. No, you know what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about
No,
is
no, no, no. I acknowledge it. That's what I was admitting to. You're saying that you had to get out of it and you think somebody was doing something to you.
no, I did not. I said that I was tired of it. I want to just be chilling, and I can't do that in corporate America. You have to be overly pleasant, and I just be chilling. So yeah, that's what I said. I don't mind being pleasant.
So,
Don't chop and screw what I said.
Side, I work in corporate America. Guess what? I'm not.
She's not pleasant.
I'm not overly pleasant, and I'm the only
Overly pleasant.
black person in my department. And guess what? People come up to me and they might say, "Oh, what's wrong?" And I'm like, "All right, let me change my face a little bit so I know that I'm not looking mean." And guess what? They don't do bother me, and it don't take much. It don't. It really don't.
Okay, so when someone comes up to you and want to have a conversation, and
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to talk, what do you
Mm-hmm.
do?
I'd be like, "Okay, that's crazy." Uh-huh. They get it. They leave.
Yeah, but
Like,
after a while, you just can't do that. And then, like, from where I was at, I was like a trainer. So it's like, no, I have to be presentable. And it was to a point where I was literally brought into the office from my black supervisor, where she was like, look, this ain't Philly. Look, this is what it is. So, and where I was at, I had to be overly pleasant. And I ain't fuck with it. I
you was
just,
just you was that job was just not for you. We just gotta say that. Because
no,
I
if
say,
I
were
love
you
you
that
were you
if
job.
you're
were you
talking about being a
pleasant?
trainer, you had to be a people person.
Yeah.
Yeah, you that it just wasn't a job for you.
Are
That's
you
But I
saying
all.
love
yeah?
that
You
job.
were you?
I love
Are
that
you
job.
saying yeah? You were
Damn, that's
pleasant.
terrible advice.
I was very pleasant.
Okay, but you wasn't cool with being overly pleasant.
Yeah. Because I sometimes I didn't want to talk. I didn't care what
I
they
don't
had to
know. I don't
say.
know.
I just wanted to be like, shut the fuck up. But I couldn't do that because, you
Yo, you
know,
Out of there, out of there,
Yo,
and that's
Kiera,
fine.
Kiera, you actually do know. Like your question is the answer. Yo, because you don't say shut the fuck up, but everything on your face says it.
For me,
You're No.
Oh.
I'm saying your question, like when you asked it, even though you didn't respond, because the reason why you got pulled in the office, they told you this wasn't Philly. Why? It wasn't because you was overly pleasant. You wasn't pleasant. That's the key.
No, I wasn't pleasant enough.
I was gonna ask what's the definition of pleasant? Because like, are
Oh
we just talking
God.
about like how you structure your face like on a casual basis? Like, I don't think
No,
that I don't.
West Coast corporate and East Coast corporate, two different things. I wasn't, I wasn't corporate enough. But anyway,
Somebody
I
gonna
think
say something. This carries over. I want you to know that. People try to keep acting like they switch these switches on and off. It's untrue. It,
you do though.
It's a little true.
you don't. It just I
Yeah,
just
yeah. It's
yo,
a little
you
true.
really don't. And I really need y'all to be more
are
honest,
you talking
right?
about switching from like who you are to like who you be at work or something, or what are you
Yeah,
saying?
like
Switching
people are pretty consistent.
with who they are, and
Yeah,
that's probably the problem with being overly pleasant. If it's like that much of an effort to be, I guess I don't know, smiling and stuff, walking around.
yeah, because overly pleasant is a way to skirt being saying that she wasn't pleasant.
And no, it's not. It's a way to be saying I be chilling. So it's like, for the most part, if I ain't have
See?
to talk to nobody, I wouldn't. But
That's not the
because it's
job.
my job, exactly.
That is
I have.
Yeah, that's not really. We gonna get over that because that ain't really pleasant. If you don't want to talk while you're at work,
Why do I?
but
I
But why do
mean,
I? But why do I have to talk? I came to
bitch,
do
you
my
were a
job.
trainer.
because you were a
That's all
trainer.
I'm thinking. Is you a trainer?
You was working with
You
people. It sounded
literally
like you
around
was in a
people all
building with a
day.
whole bunch of people.
Yeah, I think you got to talk to people. I'm a trainer at work, and people introduce, like the lady who introduced the people, the trainees to me. She always be like, "This is Jasmine. She's really pleasant. She just don't look like it." That's what always introduced me, and it's
Damn.
like I be wanting to cuss her out, but I don't because why HAMP? Like, why are you doing that? Like, I'm nice. I just don't look like it.
I guess
Like,
she's giving a fair warning, which I
no,
ain't mad
but
at.
see, you don't gotta warn the people. This just my face. You ain't gotta warn the people about how I was born.
Well,
But
no,
that's
I
what I'm
mean, she's
saying.
warning them so they won't have a preconceived notion. Because if they
Right,
don't
Preconceived all
know,
they want
right.
when they
Because
interact,
that's the
they're gonna.
problem. The preconceived notion is the problem. If people were to see us from afar and we're just looking how we look, which is, I'm not gonna say anything is wrong with it per se, but if we're just, not around anybody, somebody see us from afar, they're like, oh, that bitch must have an attitude. Like, look at that angry black bitch over there.
No, but I
right?
mean,
But
standing
People
here
people live
breathing.
people. Well, no, people run around in the world with their biases, right?
all
So
the
if
time,
she already has that, if people already have that bias and that stereotype is out there and everything like that, and then you know what I'm saying, they get some kind of confirmation from whatever they see out wherever, you know what I mean? If they come across you and they're going to go ahead and they're going to just go ahead and attach that to you without even speaking to you. So I think your boss was actually doing you a favor
But
by
see,
saying,
I
"Hey,
think I
you know
look
what I'm
nice.
saying? This is that she might not look like it, but she really is pleasant. So
But
don't
but
have
see,
don't come in with your outside bias and put it on her just because she has,
right? Because you don't
the
know her and her
the
real attitude
RBF."
to
but see,
perceive that
this
she
is
has an
coming from a
attitude.
frosty shaped white woman. I think
Yep.
I look
A
pleasant.
who what?
Frosty, the
Did
snowman,
you
she's
say
a white
frosty
woman.
But
shape?
that's the
Frosty shade.
thing.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I heard.
But that's the thing, Jazz. Like, you may not look pleasant, but you pleasant. I may
I
not.
think I look nice. I think I
You do
look
look pleasant,
like
but
I
it's just
feel like I look
like
approachable. You know.
even Kiara could come off looking like she don't give a fuck, but she give a fuck.
All the time. No, I wouldn't say that
And
either.
that's what.
Now, slow down.
But okay,
I'm not
but when
always
I
giving a
said what
fuck.
I said, y'all didn't understand what I was
No,
saying.
I got you.
All I'm saying is I can do my job and still be pleasant, but not be overly pleasant. Like
You just don't
what?
Well,
want to talk to people.
Not all the time.
So everything you said made me be like, I'm so happy she wasn't my trainer because I already thought my trainer was
But
evil and
they
she was a white
like when I
lady.
tell
And
you they
that's
love
still
me, they love me down. It's just like I just don't come off overly pleasant. Like
This conversation reminds me of a Facebook post I saw probably like last month. It was basically like a picture of this black worker in the middle of being at work, and it looked like she was in the middle of like something. I think she's like behind a desk, and I don't know what gave me like the assumption that it was like something with being a dispatcher, like for a trucking business or something. But it was a guy on the other side of the glass, and like she had a stale face on her face. They was like, oh, she looked mean, like black women are the worst and blah blah. And I was like, she looked like she in the middle of handling business. Like you can't just take a picture in the middle of something going on and not give us the context and just say, oh, we can't work with black bitches all the time because they always this, they always that. Like I don't like that. Like that's crazy.
Yo, I want this statement to be true, right, Lex? Black women are worth it. And we fighting tooth and nail to get some acknowledgement of this stereotype. Stereotypes don't come out of thin air. Jazz just told us the person who introduces her, yo, listen, she ain't really mean for real. You'll see. Imagine that.
But she is mad at how
Whoa,
she
whoa, whoa,
said
whoa,
it. I
whoa.
don't
I'm
got nothing
talking,
for that.
I'm talking about you, not to you.
Mhm.
Lex saw the black lady brought her in the room. Yo, listen, my nigga.
This ain't Philly.
This ain't South Philly. They don't fuck with you. They don't like how you acting. She say, "Oh, I was pleasant. I wasn't pleasant enough." Huh? Becca said, "That job just wasn't for you. Don't worry about it." What the fuck? Callie said you could turn it on and off. Says who? I want this statement to be true. You see, I keep pointing up at the top. Black women are worth it. We can't even get through the attitude conversation, Lex. What you
Do
think, Lex?
black women have attitudes? Yes.
I don't care. It's too late for that. Go ahead,
I
Lex.
mean, but I thought we said that 15 minutes
Go
ago.
ahead, Lex.
Forget what I
Go
said.
ahead, Lex. Go ahead.
Hey, but so
Jesus
first,
Christ. Can Lex go or no?
howdy,
Go ahead,
howdy,
sister.
everybody.
Go ahead, sister Lex.
Go ahead,
I
Lex.
think I don't, I don't believe in certain jobs of turning on and off. I think you should placate to your strength. If you're not that pleasant of a person, which I think you would know, that if you're not a pleasant of a person, or if you have the what is it? What's the acronym? RBF.
Yeah.
You should know. And you knew way before you got that job because it wasn't the first time somebody said something to you about it. But you have to. I don't think it's a thing of. I not even think. I know it's not a thing of. Oh, this is how I am. You have to adjust. I'm a smiling, pleasant person naturally. That's who I am. I smile and I have an upbeat. When I did dispatch for an electric company overnight, and I would answer and I'd be like kind of high pitched, and they were like they said, hey, because they're calling in emergencies and fires and lying down, we need you just to and I was like, oh, my bad, because me coming on the thing like, hi, this is that was just how I was. But because of the situation, because they're calling in emergency, don't nobody want to hear your answer about, hi, how you doing? And like, and I was like, oh damn, like I didn't even think of it like that. But just having to adjust. But that's my personality. I'm not taking nothing from it. I just have to adjust to the situation. And I
Lex, let
think
me ask you this question.
what's up?
This is what I know. If she not pleasant or rude at work, when I go to approach her, she gonna be rude too.
Yeah,
When I get in
definitely.
a relationship with her, she gonna be rude also.
Yep.
When we on some huggy bitch shit and we kissing on the lips, when she get mad at work, she gonna be mad at home.
Mm,
I'm gonna have to ask her every time I get home, what's wrong? Because she got that RBF face.
yeah.
They trying to act like you could just turn this stuff off. That's not how it works. I try
Yeah.
to edify them. They want atypical men, right? You know, the alpha male and all that stuff,
Right.
right?
Right.
But you know what else they better want? Lonely nights,
Mm,
being ignored, being told, hey, all right now. People think that they're not gonna be. You ever heard women say, I want him to be mean to everybody else and not me? That's unrealistic.
it is.
You're gonna get a part of that meanness. That's how this works.
Yeah.
Am I bugging?
No, no, no. And that's why, like, I was trying to give, because I like the girl, so I try to give credence to you just have to adjust. But that's who you are. That's who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
What I always say, Lex.
Uh,
How you do anything is how you do everything.
Callie, he
I
I'm
think
sorry.
so.
The big
I
sip
think
done
we
kicked
get
in.
Dang. She look, you wasn't even trying to let me be David Ruffin. There you go, Callie. So I bet at the job they told you the same thing. Callie, we were talking. It was, no, they
No,
didn't tell
I don't drink at work. But no, like to the turn off thing, right? I could be sitting here at work, like when I used to work the phones, right? I can sit here at work, whatever, like that, fussing about what somebody else did. I don't know why this motherfucker did so and so and so and so so and so. Somebody called my in. Hi, this is Beverly. How can I help you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
because it is the
and
turn
be
on
just,
and
and
turn
be just
off thing.
No,
Like it's just like when people are in positions of being police officers, CEOs. It's like the way that you conduct yourself in that prison. You ain't gonna go home and conduct yourself with that man. And to go back to the workplace stuff. I think y'all get the terms of not being pleasant and then just not being like an extra or whatever. Like everybody doesn't like being around people. Everybody like some people just are awkward around other people. So it doesn't mean that they're not pleasant. It just means that it just doesn't like they're just not like overly pleasant. Like
do
everyone
y'all hear
like
that?
normal
but
people.
hey,
Yes. Is it a
but
dog?
Do
hold on,
y'all
real
hear
quick.
that?
You want
The
that
mic is
paycheck, right?
burping.
You
that's
want that
salty.
paycheck, right? You want that paycheck, right?
But
And
that's
you
the
have
thing. It doesn't matter because I'm still doing it. So even in a relationship, like I'm still gonna do it. Like I just don't I think I don't know. I don't think that African American women in a whole are just not pleasant. I just don't think so. I think they may have a guard up or they may have like something that's like hesitant, but no. Do I need to come back in and go back out or something?
Yeah, probably. But this
Yeah,
sounds like
your mic
serious
is
phone.
life.
burping.
Life.
Yes.
I will say life changes you. But we have to say that and be honest. If you got some issues, you have to be
I was
conscious
thinking the
enough to
same
say,
thing
yeah, like
because
that. I got this, so
I
I
don't
need
I don't
to
want to cut you
adjust.
off if you're not finished. But
Yeah,
what kind
nah,
of
I'm just saying that.
what kind of black women are you around that's having so much attitude?
Maybe the ones
They
that got
they
it
talk
hard.
about Kiara. They talk about they go
Yeah,
to
and
public.
that's what we see. That's what's broadcasted. So
I'm telling
Because
you, they're saying, Lex, and you've heard it before, that there's a negative disposition.
Or maybe
Are y'all just simply dismissing the concern?
no,
No,
no, you are, you are. That's why you giving the excuse of I'm
but
not overly
because as
pleasant.
a whole, I just don't think that
What about you?
like
What about you?
what about who?
Sorry.
Me or saw it.
what am I dismissing it?
Yeah, what about you? Like, what would they
No,
say about you?
I'm not. They would say that I'm pleasant. Now, YouTube would disagree. But YouTube don't know me. But for the people who encounter me on an everyday basis, I'm pleasant. You may fuck around and find out, but I'm very pleasant.
You just shot yourself in the foot.
People love me.
I do. I love you, but
And
that
that's what
don't
I'm
take away from
saying.
the fact that sometimes you could be on some bullshit, like
And
right now.
sometimes, sister, you do too. But that's why we get along.
Hey,
So is the YouTube or like the Discord, is that like a performative, or is it
And
just
no, that's me not giving a fuck because it just be like, what y'all don't be outside? Like, what y'all don't be having like everyday experiences? And then also, like, it's just like I don't be hearing some of this shit like on an everyday basis in my real life. What about you, Jazz?
Wait, what now? What are we talking about?
Like some of these conversations and
Oh,
these
yeah. I mean, because
conundrums.
other than on social media, you know, Ain't nobody saying black women are angry to their face. It's just a stereotype. But it's definitely on social media.
What
I'm trying
happened?
to catch up to YouTube, Rebecca. So forgive me.
It's so easy to do that. The world went virtual for 4 years. So much of people's lives is on the internet, right? From Discord conversations to YouTube conversations to watching social media. Most of the interaction we have with other humans is on the internet. So now we get to conveniently say, I'm not who I am on the internet. That just doesn't make sense. Now, I like to address things in a particular way in person so I can understand that to an extent. But yo, this is you. This is you. Like it has to be at this point. Like why? And I just
Thank
how can we disprove these notions with these responses? Or do we accept this fact? Do we accept this as fact? Sorry. That the majority of us are unpleasant and not easy to talk to or unapproachable? Do we just accept it? If we saying, yo, they expecting too much from us, I'm tired from things that I can't articulate, I'm just tired, I guess. Do we just accept this notion about y'all and move on to the next topic? It's a
I'll
broadcast.
I'll accept
Yeah,
the minority portion. I wouldn't say it was the majority of black women, but I
Oh, we
do
can't hear
accept
you,
that
Becca.
there's the
Well, I
truth.
can't hear her. Is it just me?
I can
Can
hear
you hear
her.
me?
yeah, I can hear her.
I can hear her.
Okay.
This is a hot
Yeah.
mess.
I would say it was the minority because yeah, I don't think the majority of black women are unpleasant. I do think it's a minority, but the minority is always like the loudest. I think that's how it's going. But I definitely accept the truth that there is truth to that propaganda because the minority is so loud.
I would have that's literally where I was gonna go with it. And then too, even pleasant people have their moments. So to just categorize that person in that moment as being unpleasant overall, if you could only count, you know what I'm saying, 5 out of 20 times that you've seen them, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote,
Hmm.
lose their shit, then I'm not gonna go ahead and categorize that person as being unpleasant because they had a moment. So yeah, I have to
Here's,
go with Rebecca, and then I'll add my addendum onto that. But the
here's why you
stereotype, it
I'm
comes
sorry.
from somewhere, and you know what I mean. You
Yeah.
be outside enough, whatever, like that, you will see those people. I've
Here's
seen those
why
people, but the
here's why, Callie, I disagree with that sentiment. Is because you see them 20 times, they fit the stereotype 5 times. Is because every time they had an opportunity to do it, they did it. Right? The minority of interactions need to go that way, but then when there's an opportunity for them to go that way, they do. Right? So most of the time we just talking, but every time it escalates, that person is willing to escalate. You see? So it's unfair to say the volume argument. It's not the volume argument, it's the opportunity argument.
yeah, but see, that's just how I operate. I don't judge entire people's character off of a flash of their lives. I don't do that.
No, listen. Okay, so maybe this maybe not be for you, but maybe it's for everybody else listening. You see the person every week on the panel, right? And the panel goes smooth. When the opportunity presents itself for a person to have unbecoming behavior, they take it. But because we see them every week and it doesn't happen every week, we're gonna assume that that's them. No, every time it hits the fan, they oblige. That's them. That's why it's not a volume argument; it's an opportunity argument because they take the opportunity whenever it's presented.
And so if it happens once, it'll happen again type in a
Mm-hmm,
continuation. Okay.
mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
can understand that.
Yeah, just because you see me chilling, because nobody ain't said nothing to me, right? But every time somebody say something to me, I respond in kind, right? That's the opportunity, and I answer every opportunity I get.
Well, yeah, well then, yeah, that's not the volume argument that I'm making. I'm not making the opportunity argument. Like if you don't say
I am.
anything, then no, you're not. Yeah, yeah. If you don't say anything, then no, you're. If you don't ever say nothing or whatever, then yeah, you ain't saying nothing, so you can't even make a judgment either way. But that's not quite where I was going with it. But I understand your point. Like if the opportunity presents itself, they take it every single time. Then yeah,
And that's what happens.
but mm,
That's what I'm looking at. Every time an opportunity happens, it happens. So okay, what's our thought on this? Because right now we are at odds with accepting this. We want to say, yo, hey, this is Jazz. She's a great trainer. She looks like an asshole, but I promise you she's not. Yo, shorty, this ain't Philly, my nigga. You gotta fix that attitude. But they want me to be overly pleasant. Oh, I could turn it on and off. I could be difficult and then not difficult if I feel like it. As though we don't know. Callie is 100% right. You get the phone call. Hey, this is such and such. As soon as you hang up. Yeah, because that bitch said X, Y, and Z. That's just, it's a pause.
it was a bad day.
Figure out, yo, we just stay here? Like, and Rebecca, here's the thing. When you tell us it's the minority, the loud minority, what happens is people say, yeah, it's them. Because they see the loud minority as bad girls club. They want to go to the extreme. Nah, it's you. It's you.
Say what? I didn't catch the last part.
Even if it's not us, it's us. Like it's us. Yeah, it's not the extreme people. It's even something small because, like he said, if the opportunity presents itself, we would go. It would happen. So we have to accept it.
Okay,
we have to accept it.
Question on this, right? Let's transition a little bit. We've been on this for an hour, but it's been good, even though we have some technical difficulties. Do y'all deserve this jacket of being unapproachable, uninviting? Or do you think that it's overemphasized? Or do you think that it is indeed something to work on?
Appearing that way, yeah, that's something to work on.
Yeah.
Jazz? And it doesn't take much. Like,
quick here.
Like somebody said, you can, I think it was Callie, like you can just show the brightness in your eyes or do a little smirk, like especially when you're interacting with people. Or if you're in a public place, at least try to look happy. I don't want to say approachable because you don't always want to talk to people, but don't look upset.
Jazzy, what you think, man?
I think I look approachable, but I think I look approachable. I guess it's something the people could work on that don't look approachable.
Damn, not you, huh?
I think I look approachable.
Damn,
I would approach me. Like I would approach me. Like I would talk to me. Like I don't know. I don't see what they seeing. I know people that look mean, that they look like they don't want to be bothered. I don't think I look like that.
I don't know if it's just because of where I live, but I don't see that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I talk to everybody. You know what I mean? People out there look like, you know what I'm saying? You can sit there and just have a conversation with them quick, fast, for about 5 minutes or whatever like that in the grocery aisle or what have you, and then be on our merry ways. It don't be just a plethora of women that I interact with or whatever that I see out in the public and just be looking like, oof, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not my experience. That's just not my lens.
I know it happens, and I think we just have to be knowledgeable of it and also understand that we can change it. Just because that may be a jacket, and if we don't like the jacket, then that gives us the opportunity to change it. Like I said, I'm a person, I love to smile a lot of times. not all the time. If I could, I smile all day, and I'm conscious of that. So I do that when I'm out around people because I know that jacket that they put on black women. So I make it a point to smile and say stuff like when I'm going in there and the workers they check me out. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate you. Like I do little stuff like that because I know that thing is out there, not just on the internet, and I want to change it.
I
And I
get what
think
you're saying. I get what you're saying, but just because my face look a certain way don't mean that I don't do the same thing. I'm from the country, right? We talk to everybody, we speak to everybody. Good morning, how you doing? Like helping people in the stores or whatever. Like I'm the same way. I'm just not smiling 24/7. That you know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't think I necessarily look unapproachable because I'm not smiling. I don't think me not smiling 24/7 means that I'm angry or like I'm not that because I speak to people. I do all of those things. So I just don't necessarily agree that I have to throw a smile on or whatever, like all the time. Like my face is just my face.
do you smile 12/6? Do you
Huh?
smile 12/6?
You said what now?
Do
You smile
12/6?
12/6 instead of 24/7.
No.
So I mean, like if you like, you know what I'm saying, you crossing paths with somebody, whatever like that, and y'all make eye contact, it's still the same
It's good morning.
RBF.
Good morning. How you doing?
You say good morning like that, you don't crack a smile at all?
It depends. Listen, I go to work, right? I clock in at 5 a.m.
It's a
Who
good
has the biggest smile on their? Hey, girl, how you doing? No, we're not doing
Well, no,
all that.
no, you don't have to do all of that.
It's just good morning. Like, good morning. Good morning. I walk in the room, I speak.
You say morning, Jay.
No, I just walk in.
Say morning, because if
Well,
you say good,
whatever.
how can you not smile?
But it's just okay. I'm thankful I woke up. I didn't talk to God or whatever. Good morning. It's common courtesy to walk into a room and speak. I don't have to throw a big smile on because
Do
I
you
walked
talk
into
to God with a frown on your face?
No, I didn't say that now, but I talked to
This
God
is
in
a
all
real, this is a
But
real conversation that we
I
have,
don't
man.
have to walk. It's people that walk in the room and don't say nothing. Those are the people that's unapproachable. I speak.
Well, no, I'm saying like it's not even about having a big ass Kool-Aid smile on your face or anything like that.
Like, share,
I was
subscribe,
more
tell a
so
friend and tell a
talking.
friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. We going round and round, man. Fuck it. AFR with the $5 says still too masculine. Kasim been a member for 24 months. For many people, pleasantness requires real effort. It's like maintaining good posture. It's doable, but you have to remember to do it. Arnold with the $2 says disposition. Son Kid, Shalom. Good to see you. Daily, we've been a member for 15 months. Luke, my brother, says, shout out to Sorgi Seattle, Hamp, and the ladies. Money Talk on Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel. The first segment did not go great, but it was entertaining. Ari, are you there?
I'm here. I'm back.
Okay. They say that y'all are the most disrespectful women to your men. What you think, Ari? It's a broadcast.
I'm sorry, I'm missing.
You said Ari, right?
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
possibly. If
Possibly.
that's what they think, that's their perspective.
What you
Who
think?
is they though?
The
Ooh, I
men.
love that question.
The men, the African American men.
If you use that term, yes. The men in the black men in America.
Uh, I
It,
disagree.
you disagree? Why?
I know. Actually, I agree.
Damn.
I mean, I don't take it as disrespect though. I just feel like we standing up for ourselves, and that that could be true.
So you think it's true, but because somebody did something to you first.
That's how that is me. That's how I am.
I don't know. I can't speak for other women on how they are, but a lot of people that's in my circle, that's how they are as well. It's just be a, reaction to an action.
Okay, so the men are always doing something, which is why y'all disrespect them.
And I don't consider it disrespect. I just consider it standing up for myself. And, but, or talking back or being argumentative, but another person may see that as being disrespectful. Both of those can be true.
Okay, so black women are most disrespectful to their men. If you had the answer, yes or no, and the no would be because there's something happening to them, so they're defending themselves essentially.
So
Mm-hmm.
are you
Yes. So
still
yes.
talking to Ari
Yeah.
or okay?
Yeah, I can see us being the most disrespectful to our men.
Damn. Go ahead, Rebecca.
I would say yes, we are. Emphatically. And the reality is we have control over ourselves, regardless how somebody else is talking to us, approaching us. We don't have to give them the same energy. We choose to do that. Um, it doesn't matter how somebody comes at me. I'm always going to stay with the same disposition. Until somebody puts their hands on me, then obviously it's going to escalate to something else. When it comes to a man, I'm not going to touch him. I'm not going to yell at him. I'm not going to talk to him crazy, regardless of how he is, because he would need to control himself. That's his responsibility. But my responsibility is control myself and how I talk to him and how I present myself. Because I can always just walk away. I don't have to respond out of anger and yelling as well. Because all that's going to do is continue to escalate.
And that for like any man? Is that for the men that you're in a relationship with?
That's
Is
any
it
man.
different? Okay.
That's any man. Because I know we talk about this all the time. I can't beat no man. It don't matter how much weight I lift. Even if I lift more than him, I can't beat him. That's a man.
So if your man was you had a man that you were in a relationship with and he was constantly yelling and things like that, would you can always walk away or would you just go ahead and leave the relationship altogether?
I would let him say what he needs to say. And then if it just keeps escalating, I think it's best to like walk away. I don't have to leave the relationship. I just think we need to come back to it because emotions are high.
Oh no, if that keep happening, I'm out.
Yeah.
Ain't no need in staying. For what? You just gonna keep
And then that become emotion
at that
like
point
emotionally
at that
abusive.
point right at
I
that
thought
point
she was
it's
talking
just
about
poking,
in a
poking,
singular
poking.
incident. I thought she's talking about in a singular incident. Like if the yelling has happened, do you just
No, I'm
like
talking about like
leave?
just continuously. Like maybe the next day he keep yelling because he know that you're going to
Oh yeah, I
continue.
mean if he's
That
yelling
you're
all the
going to walk
time, then
away.
yeah, I'm gonna leave. Yeah, if he's
Okay,
yelling all the time, I'm gonna leave. Yeah.
makes sense.
But I'm not going to yell back or make the situation worse is all I'm saying. I just have control of myself and how I present.
Or if he's yelling at you all the time, what is your vision of that person or that man that's yelling at you all the time?
What do you mean?
I was
What's not
talking
this?
about like
Oh,
if
Ari. Okay.
he's yelling at you, you gonna take and it's on more than one occasion, like how you said you gonna leave because you're gonna be like, ah, hell nah, I ain't dealing with that shit. Just like on more than one occasion, Jasmine has been walking around in his office looking mean, so I just know I'm not gonna say nothing to Jasmine. So I don't feel she's approachable because I've only been here for 2 weeks, and every time I look at her, she's not
Yeah,
looking approachable. It's the same.
yeah.
No, it ain't the same. It's not the
Boy,
same.
look,
I
yeah,
be
Jasmine
feeding
gonna go to
those
work
people.
tomorrow smiling like a
Yeah. No,
motherfucker,
I'm not. I'm going to work just like how I am. I bring the people food all the time. They better like me.
But you know what? I was listening during that segment, and I was walking the dog, so I didn't get to say I worked in corporate America, and I found it easiest to get through by always just smiling and acting like I don't know what's going on sometimes. And it got me through. It done got me promotions. Never been fired from a job before. I done been able to show up whatever time I want, leave whatever time I want. And because I always got a smile on my face, nobody never bothered me.
Okay, so here's my thing, right, about this disrespect thing. All right. Aside from like the, the overt, you got your finger in your face, you motherfucker, that type shit, right? It is highly, highly subjective, just from my own personal experience, right? Because I could sit there and I can have this person talking at me, not to me, but at me, right? And then when they're done, I'd be like, okay. And then I get ready to get up and leave the conversation because it's over at this point, right? Now it's the poking shit. Now you keep poking a conversation out of me, right? You keep now you're just poking, you're poking, and you're telling me how I feel about something. And I'm like, well, no, you can't tell me how I feel about anything. I haven't said anything. I just sat here and let you talk at me for fucking 15 minutes. And I said nothing. And I don't even have the RBF face. I'm looking at you talking to me. I'm not sitting there like this or none of that type shit. But I got told that was disrespectful because I was like, all right, will you? Okay. But now I'm disrespectful.
Disrespect is very subjective, especially when it comes to a man. So,
What you mean
about it being subjective?
about the statement that you made? Yeah.
They have different values of disrespect. Like she just said, if you say something back or don't say something back, or if you decide to have a silent boundary and say, I'm not going to talk to you about this, or you walk away, or you just tell them back about how you feel and it's different from theirs, they can find disrespect in it because it's not what you're not basically kissing their ass or you're not
Well,
agreeing to what they're saying.
so here it goes, right? We started on another segment of clarification for what one of the sentiments is regarding the men, and this happened again.
You're a victim.
Can't hear that.
You gotta stop playing that one.
It says
What does
you're
it
a
say?
victim
Yeah, I'll be that. I'm a victim.
because essentially we're willfully ignoring the fact that the majority of communication is nonverbal. And
Okay.
so when we're acting like a thing isn't a thing, I think that you're doing the entire concept, the assessment of the concept, a disservice.
All right, because I don't want to come off as disrespectful. Okay.
Yeah.
I spoke to that already.
What'd you say? You say you
I
didn't have a
spoke to
rest
that
in
in
bitch
my
face.
right. I didn't have no resting bitch face or anything like that. I wasn't sitting here like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't doing that. No facial expressions or anything. I'm sitting there and I'm listening in what's the word? Intensely, or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Looking him in his eye. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm. 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 Look at my face. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. You done?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't none of that shit.
Well, you just said you were saying the whole time without a face, looking right in his eyes. You done? And then I get up and walk out like I ain't just have a conversation without saying a word.
Okay? So you want me to say a word, right? And then when I say a word and it's the opposite of what it is that you said, right? So you want me to engage or you want me to not engage?
I want you to communicate.
Right. There's nothing to communicate because you're not talking to me.
What do you mean?
You're talking at me. You're not talking to me.
So you get to judge how talking to or at, and therefore you can be disrespectful by not engaging.
Yes. Yes, I can, and I don't think it's disrespectful because when I go ahead and I try and say no, that is incorrect. It's X, Y, and Z. That's deemed as disrespectful too. So at this point, I'm like, what the fuck do you want me to do?
Not be
It's the lose.
disrespectful.
It's the lose lose.
I'm not being, hey,
So
Hamp.
Ham, I have a question because I
Wait,
feel
wait,
like
wait, 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 wait,
okay.
wait, 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 wait. Nigga start yelling and fussing. What you say now? Go ahead.
Hey, yo, I'm not being disrespectful. See, and that's where it comes out right there. That poking shit, right? It's that poking shit.
I said
Just
that,
because it's the
now
opposite.
think about the subjective
We
nature of a poke.
no,
I said
we've already.
don't be disrespectful. That's not a poke. That's direct. Don't be disrespectful.
And I already said that I was not. And then it's like in the same situation, real time when it was happening, right? I'm saying, no, that's not what it is. I didn't set this 2, 3 times already, calmly, in a calm voice, not being disrespectful, actually trying to have a conversation.
Now you
And then
add
it's
that.
and then it's no, it's not, no, it's not, no, it's not. Okay, you know what? I don't have anything to say at this point now because whatever I say, it's not, it's going in one ear, right out the other, zero consideration at all whatsoever.
Okay. Now here's the problem with you presenting the hypothetical. You just now added the fact that you tried to engage, but nobody was listening. You see, that's unfair while we conversing through a concept. So you're saying, oh, you engaged several times, but you were unheard. So now you're sitting there waiting for the conversation to be over once he get his shit off. That's a different hypothetical than what you initially presented.
Well, I just fast forwarded to the part where, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't saying anything and that was still deemed as disrespectful. That's my bad.
Okay, well that's important. If you try to engage with a person who's unwilling to listen, so as opposed to just walking off, you hear them out. I can understand how that can manifest in that way, but that piece of information was just given. What actually happens is this: because we engage with a person so much, right? We've been with this person for so long, we assume a lot of what's going to happen. So what'll happen is I don't think he gonna listen to me no way. So I'm just gonna sit here and wait for him to finish talking. That's what actually happens, right? Because you think it's going to be ignored because it's been ignored for several years, months, days, whatever the case is, right? So now I sit there with a negative disposition because I'm assuming this shit don't really matter. It's going one ear out the other anyway. That's what happens most of the time. The truth is, even if you have that presupposition, it's still disrespectful to communicate in that manner.
Can I just want to add this real quick on
Okay.
that same premise. I remember first working in customer service and how I learned about responding and you know how to, like you said, Callie, you was like, as soon as he told you everything, you're like, no, that's the negative. Instead of starting with the negative, you start with the positive. And that's how I used to work with customers. They'll be cussing me out, and I can't. I only can pay $15. Oh, okay. If I said, well, no, because you gotta pay, or no, you. Even if I say it nicely, because I'm starting off with the negative, it makes it go that way. But you know what? I heard you say you can only pay $15. I would like to help assist you. So this is what I need you to do in order for me to help assist you. Because just like you already hearing all the negative, when you start negative, that's all they're hearing too. So if we want to change the conversation to where hopefully you hear me and understand that I heard you, we have to start off differently. If I'm already feeling like everything is negative that you're coming off on me, then I want to start on a positive note, because hopefully that positive note will have you hearing me, because I want you to hear me and I want you to know that I'm hearing you too. So
Yeah, it goes. Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying, right? I understand what you're saying, and I understand that, you know what I'm saying. Because of X, Y, and Z, you see it as A, B, and C. However, dot dot dot.
no, however, you don't use however. That's negative too. But go ahead.
No, how else am I? How else do you go on ahead and communicate what it really is without saying however?
You skip it. I heard you, and this is what I heard. This is how you just have to skip it. That's what I'm saying. Like when you're controlling the negative vibe, you gotta skip it. And like I said, it ain't like I had to work on this in customer service. So that's what I'm saying. Like they teach you those skills. Like you don't start off negative, or even if they respond negative, you have to skip over it. Because however, it's just like but. And what you say, as soon as you say but, that erases everything else that you just said.
Anything after but
No,
is
yeah.
bullshit. That's what my
Yeah,
grandma
and
used to
same thing
say.
with however. Same thing with
Here's the
But
however.
at the
thing.
same time, at the same time, I'm saying that I acknowledge what it is that you're saying, right?
Mm-mm.
I've
Mm-mm.
acknowledged what you said. I have acknowledged that I understand what it is, where you're coming from. I understand where you're coming from. I
Yeah.
understand where you're coming from.
Here now. Let me give you the actuality. Right. This is. You got to zoom out. Right. We really need to zoom out. We always got a rebuttal for everything. We always got an answer for something. Right. This is what scuffs my Timbs, Jazz. I go to a conversation with my wife about a issue. She'll try to articulate an issue in which she's having, right? And then say, I'm not listening, right? Of course I'm not listening. I'm the one that had the plight, right? My plight needs to be addressed before we get to anything you have to say, right? Don't take the opportunity that I took to now make it about you. And that happens so often.
Yeah, I don't like that. I used to
Mhm.
tell my ex that it's kind of like I used to call it like keeping ammo, like he ready. So as soon as I had an issue, and I bring up
Mhm.
my issue, then you want
Now
to
we
bring up
got
issue.
issue.
Like now, let's address my issue because would you have brought up your issue had I not brought up mine? So it's like I feel
Mhm.
like you keeping ammo for whenever I got something to say. That's so you don't
Mhm.
have to take accountability for what I'm talking about. That's what I don't like that.
So what do we do, right? Because
I
here's the
wonder what
notion.
his sign was.
Here's the notion. We this is the sentiment that y'all are the most disrespectful to y'all men. And I have to circle back and say it again. You know what I mean? What is you guys like? What do you guys really think? What is really manifesting during the conversation that you have with your men or the men around you that look like you? What's really happening here?
That is disrespect from both ends.
So one
Like
thing,
Callie
one
was
here's the key, and I'm gonna have you on when we have the men here.
okay,
Right now, we talking about black women are worth it.
right?
So here's the thing: the reason why we don't use some or say both is because that should be generally understood that everybody has something to work on. We understand that,
Okay,
right? But
I'm glad.
what's being assessed right now is the disrespect of black women towards black men,
Yes.
right? Because we want the sentiment to be about black women that they worth it. We don't
Mm-hmm.
want people to continue to divest,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And we're seeing a trend here, 5 percentage points more of black men dating out. That's the forecast anyway. So, what do you think, based on your anecdotal experience, what you see on the internet, your friends, etc.? How are men being talked about in group chats and things like that? What you think? Do we need to throw this out? Is it the men, or do the women? We have to make a real assessment.
I think we need to make a real assessment, and I also think that the men need to lead.
Hello.
So, like I've heard before, like whatever you give me, you're going to get that back. So you can't give shit and expect sugar, and you shouldn't be expecting sugar when you're giving out shit. But we are disrespectful because I know I can be disrespectful, and that's something I need to work on, regardless of what I'm giving in the situation around it.
Hmm. I noticed that the buzzword came out.
The buzzword.
Buzz phrase.
Oh,
Men need to lead. Now,
yeah.
here's what. Go ahead.
I think it's a lot of emotional immaturity, and that's why I said both because I don't know the stats for like who was raised by just women, but the whole culture is just we're probably trending down. So we probably both have the same issues, and we're just reflecting off of each other, and it's not really getting anywhere. But the black women are getting the end of it. Like y'all are shit. Y'all need to get better. Yes, that's true.
Because we don't know how to communicate. None of us.
You're removing
The
the
men or the
acknowledgement,
women.
but you're
We don't.
removing the acknowledgement and the accountability from you guys rather quickly.
I'm not, because we don't know how to communicate. It's a problem on both ends.
The problem is this: we're not. You don't. When you guys are like dealing with men, right? He don't have to show you nothing to get the greatest parts of you.
Yes, he do.
Can you explain what you mean?
Yeah. So, like for instance, he don't have to marry you to fuck you.
Yes, he do.
He, well, we know that's not true for the overwhelming majority of us, right? Like
Hmm.
probably like 99%, right? He gets your vagina before you make him a sandwich. So now you give him your body, and now you got an expectation for him. And now, because we have this conduct that we see so often, right? The unruly nature and everything like that. And then your out is, well, he wasn't a good leader. But I skip a whole lot of steps by having sex before I even get to know if he's even a leader or not. Now we want to harp on that. What about everything else that's supposed to become before he have access to your body? Now you mad at him for not being a leader? You were just the most submissive you could be to him. But y'all don't want to submit. Y'all don't want to be told what to do. You don't want to be trained or coach. But he could put his penis in your vagina. But now you don't want to submit. Make it make sense. He's sweating all over you. Got you in a chokehold.
Please.
Huh? Legs on his shoulders, back on the bed, stomach on the bed. You can't breathe. You can't scream. You shaking. But now I can't submit to him.
There's a lot going on in that room.
That room
I'm
quiet halftime.
So the correlation missed me just a little bit, because when I said that they need to lead, I wasn't saying they need to be leaders, like we need to submit to them. I was saying like, I'm gonna reflect your actions.
How's that work?
What I mean? How does which part work?
You said he's a leader. I don't need to submit to him. What do you mean?
No, I was saying when I said lead, like he need to lead, like he's gonna get back what he gives. I wasn't saying like he needs to be a leader, like we're a partnership or anything like that. I was saying that that's what he gets is what he has already given out. So like when you speak about sex, like more than likely he's gonna bring up the sex part. So he's leading with the sex, like okay, I can go with that. And if you're leading with the disrespect, like why do you expect something different from that when I'm already following the way that you're going? I'm following your lead.
So you expect to submit to a man?
So do I expect to submit to him?
Yeah, you expect for a man to be your leader. That's how you move in the earth.
I say yeah.
Okay. As long as you're consistent in that aspect, because you're saying he's literally controlling your attitude as well.
He's
So
controlling my attitude.
Well, essentially, because you're saying you're gonna fight fire with fire. You know, because so whatever tone he sets, that's what you're gonna adhere to, and you're gonna challenge him or talk to him or disrespect him because he disrespected you. I just want to make sure that you submit in all ways and follow his lead at all times, like that.
No, that's not what I said. I said and I also said he can't expect sugar while he's getting shit. So when we was talking about women being disrespectful, that was the point I'm saying. Like they're probably being disrespectful. They're giving that disrespect, so they can't be expecting respect back, and they're being disrespectful.
No, I got you. So what I'm saying is, right, you expect to submit to the man that you're gonna be with, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so he's your leader in that aspect.
Okay.
And you're saying that if he is disrespectful, right, he should expect to get disrespect back from you.
He shouldn't expect respect. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because just like you said, like I can walk away. I don't have to engage in that. But he's gonna see that as disrespect too. So I'm not saying I have to match what he's giving, because I don't have the energy for that all the time. Because what it's going to get is going to get us arguing back and forth. Nothing. Wasting my time. So that's what I'm saying. Like you can't make up this bullshit ass pot of shit and then expect for that shit to be good on the plate. Like, it's not. I don't understand that.
Okay. Yeah, I understand your sentiment. And I think a lot of people would understand how you come to that conclusion. I just want to make sure that that logic stays consistent at all times in that relationship. So every time he does a thing or says a thing or wants you to do a thing, it also happens if we expect to respond in that way towards what we deem disrespect. I just want to make sure that's consistent. Or do we only conveniently adopt him being a leader when we want to behave poorly? Right. So when there's a worse trait that I want to justify my actions by, then I say, well, he the leader, so he was disrespecting me, so I'm gonna disrespect him. Or does that woman also operate in kind when he telling her what to do, telling her which way to go, tell her what he needs from her for them to be successful? I just want to make sure she stays consistent in all those aspects.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. Yeah, and I agree with you, right? Because you're talking about the man being a thermostat,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
he
So
set
I
the tone. They
understand that.
love to say that we set the tone, but really, like Callie said, like I'm not gonna keep arguing back and forth with you because you're gonna be yelling louder than me. And I know it's a lot of like perception that the woman is always the one doing all this
Mhm.
poking and yelling
Mhm.
and talking with her hands and shit.
Yeah.
But men are very emotionally dysregulated most of the time. So they're doing that a lot, probably just as much as the women are.
Okay, I disagree there, but I do see a deregulation. We know that testosterone is the lowest it's ever been. Kiara, the reason why I was asking those questions at nauseum, is simply because what we see is the leadership trope is only said when unbecoming behavior is being discussed, right? But then
Well, as
when
an
men,
excuse.
yeah, like essentially, well, he's supposed to be the leader when it's a negative action happening, But when we're talking about positive things about submission and things of that nature, there's a whole lot of pushback when that happens. Ain't that right, Jazz?
Yeah.
So that's why I was kind of like, we kept it was slightly redundant because I just wanted to get your full thought process on that. So where we at? Do our men? That sounded fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Pause. Do black men from their women, right, deserve and get automatic respect?
Do black men deserve and automatically get respect for black women?
Yeah.
You cut out a little bit, Hamp.
Oh yeah.
I was.
Yeah. You
Oh,
said it. You said it, Kara. That's what I said. Kara said what I said. If y'all didn't hear me.
does
Do
overall
black men
deserve? Yes. Is it automatic? I would say no. It's not automatic.
That's bad, right?
I would say that's bad.
I mean, if you're like an overall pleasant person, I guess, or just a chill person, like, and everybody deserves respect.
We're talking about the
I'm
men. I'm talking about the men, black women to the black men. Because
saying, do
these
they
are the key.
automatically
These are the
deserve
tropes
respect
that
from
we
us?
trying to mine through. You see, these are the sentiments that are being shared overwhelmingly. So, what do you think, black women to black men? What you think about the respect thing?
They deserve respect. So we should be partnerships. They probably be a disrespect to other places. So I mean, yeah, they should expect it from us.
Anybody
Yeah,
else?
black men definitely deserve respect. I don't think that we give it to them because we're too busy trying to match their energy. When they're mad, we got to be just as mad. Um, we try to make it like a balance with them, but then we want them to be our leaders. It's a little everywhere, in my opinion.
And that's reminding me of like the overly pleasant part that we was talking about earlier. Like, no, we shouldn't match disrespect with anybody unless you just feel like going there. But that's not an ideal situation for yourself because you're just getting yourself upset. But if you have to continue to take that disrespect and then still remain pleasant, that's probably where that tiredness is coming from.
Yeah, how I'm gonna remain pleasant and you just got finished barking at me about some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Um, Yes, I know what
Self
you're
control.
saying.
No, I don't have to be pleasant. I can accept, but you're not gonna get okay. No, you're not gonna get that. I'm
So
sorry,
I have
you're
a
not.
question. Are
As if
other
you just
races
got finished
doing
barking
that?
at me. No, no, they're not. That's the whole. No, they are not.
But we can't worry about the
Fuck.
other races because that's them.
Well,
We
no,
got
That's
a
true, but
comparison was made.
they're
Right,
comparing
a
us though.
comparison was made.
earlier before I got up here.
Yeah, they're saying
No,
that they
no.
said black
It's
women
in
were
the
the most
question.
disrespectful in the
Oh,
in black women are the most disrespectful in the world.
um, well, I mean, black men deserve respect. Um, I don't care what other females of non black skin are doing because that don't affect me none. Like, cause I don't unless I'm wrong. Hemp, do y'all be saying that on the like? Do y'all compare yourselves to white men a lot
I
as
think
far
Of
as
we.
course they don't.
What do you mean?
as far as like do in like in this case like are they saying the other man too? Like no,
Like the
I
way that they're comparing the black woman to the way that they act compared to other races, are they also comparing the way that they act compared to the men of other races?
I think it happens. Does it happen majority of the time in terms of relationship aspects? I would say no. We do comparisons in terms of like number, like money, job loss, things of that nature. There was one time where I asked, black men have the highest divorce rates when they're married to women of any race. And I asked that question. It kind of got slightly obfuscated when answered. But I would say not a lot in terms of like how we are in a relationship, but we do compare in terms of how well we're doing in the earth.
yeah. Well,
So that's
I'll
natural
be honest.
masculine.
Living in on around the military base and being amongst people of different races, Becky, Juanita, none of them have ever said that to me, or that's not a conversation amongst them. When they going off and they calling them the Spice Latina or whatever, none of them has ever been like, "Well, did you say that to the black girl?" Like, that's not a conversation amongst them like that. So I don't think it needs to be a conversation amongst us. Like at the end of the day, um, do we think that our black men deserve respect? I think they do. Um, do I feel like as black women that we need to make some changes? Yes, and I think it's okay to admit that too, and show that we can do better. Because if we're going to show that we worth it, then we got to show why we worth it. Yeah, I did have that resting bitch face. However, I'm willing to change it.
Hey, Kiara,
Yes,
if my wife ever said to me, "Babe, we partners," I'm gonna feel very disrespected.
because you. What should she say?
I'm her husband, partner.
How would you describe your relationship?
What do you mean?
And I mean, besides other than partnership,
I'm a
what?
husband. That's the
Okay.
description. She's a wife. Those are terms of endearment. Don't lower me. You call your friend's partner. Uh, two gay niggas call each other partner. I'd be damned. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
What if we meet you, Key, for the first time? I'm like, hey, this is my partner, Shawnee. She'd be like, what the fuck? Even you would be like, why did he say that? And she got 3 rings on her finger because she
Yeah.
gaudy because she wanted 2 wedding bands.
Hey, him, you want me to throw it in there real quick?
Pause.
Pause. Keep my partner's name out your fucking mouth.
That was funny that time. Harrison with the $5 says salute. And Rain with the $2 says Cali, be cool, baby girl. Breathe in and out. Big Aaron with the $2 says poking means you probably need to apologize.
Oh,
Fuck
John,
no.
that's
John
You
with
crazy.
poking.
John with the $5 says I'm confused. Ellipsis. have you ever noticed it's always the man who comes in and yells, hits, and disrespects all the time? Yeah, that should be crazy. Hey, yeah, with the 2000s, a smile can open doors of opportunity.
True.
Perfect.
Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. There are a lot of Go ahead.
Poking, right? Do y'all know what poking is? Poking is
Pause.
you are trying to get a reaction out of me. That's what poking is. Poking is I'm trying to be calm or whatever like that, but you keep fucking with me. That's what poking is. Don't fucking poke. Don't do it. I don't owe you no fucking apology for being nice or whatever like that and being fucking pleasant and not giving you disrespect or whatever like that. I
Being
don't owe you an
mature and
apology
having
for
self
that.
control.
I don't owe you an apology for that. You owe me an apology for fucking poking me because you know what fucking because you're poking my buttons. That's what that is. That's exactly what that is. Don't fucking push my buttons knowing because you know me, right? You know me, right? You know what my buttons are, and you're fucking touching them and you're poking them on goddamn purpose. That's what poking is. So no, fuck no, I don't owe you no goddamn apology for that.
She cussing.
End scene.
I feel like that was personal. Ooh.
It was kind of personal. It was kind of personal. not to him, not to the super chat personally, right? But you can't control yourself from goddamn pushing my goddamn buttons. Because now you're trying to aggravate me on purpose. That's what poking is.
Jay Miller with the $2 says, if you can't control yourself, just say that.
Oh, I can control myself until you start fucking poking.
Harrison with the $5 says, what if poking is my love language, Callie?
Weird.
I'm gone. Peace out.
Toxic. That is emotionally dysregulated.
That's some toxic shit.
That is a problem.
Yeah, let me say this to the brothers. This poking thing, don't worry yourself with that. Say what you gotta say. Somebody can turn anything into, hey, now you're doing too. Say what you need to say. Be clean, concise, and direct. Don't put a lot of fluff around it because that can be turned into something that it isn't. Right? Don't obfuscate when you're having a conversation. Be clean and succinct. That way there's nothing to latch on to. Don't use words like basically or well maybe, and they don't give any type of outs, right? Because people latch onto the thing that they think gives them leverage. Just be succinct. So I don't need a man. Fix your face, Jazz. We talked about that 2 hours ago.
What in the world? I was smiling. I was smiling, right? Yes. Thank you, Kiara. Thank you. I was smiling in my mind, at least.
In your mind?
She was smirking. She was smirking.
You saw it, right?
And she's glowing. So it's like she ain't got to do too much smiling.
You look
Like,
nice.
Thank you. Thank you, Kiara. Kiara, I owe you some food, girl. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
We're gonna get a clip. We'll show you, Jazz.
No, you and your clips. I didn't see your clips. Don't worry about it.
They really be saying the stuff they said in them clips too. I promise, it's not doctor. So I don't need a man. I could do bad all by myself.
No, that's my line.
That I don't need a man thing. I don't know if I've ever heard that from the women of the other races. Now, be clear. My overwhelming preference is so-called black women, right? I don't like bologna. I don't like rice in abundance. When people don't sweat, it gives me cause for pause. Latino women, specifically the Puerto Rican ones, at about 35, them ankles, boy, they disappear quick.
Who the fuck is eating bologna?
That one went over your head. It's all good.
It did. Okay.
So,
not gonna tell me no.
So we fighting. We'll tell you in the back chat. But I don't need a man. I ain't heard that from nobody else.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Wow.
Y'all need to. Let me not give my. Kiera, here's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
The next black woman you hear say that, before she finished the N on man, punch her in her mouth, please.
I haven't heard anybody say that in my circle. I don't really have a large circle or anything, but I'm sure people say it. But I haven't heard anybody say it. I've heard people say that people are saying it, and I'm sure that they are. But those are probably the same ones that have these attitudes, want to be by themselves, and they just have a rough life. And the point of needing somebody or needing anything, just I mean, I don't know, but
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I think that one said "Come on, man," but I didn't hear it.
Stop the cap.
Here's my take on it, right? If you doing all this complaining about men, then I think that you are seeking companionship and you would need a man for that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily for survival, right? Because you've been surviving on your own, right? You know, you paying your own bills, you handling your own business, all that kind of shit, right? You got the little rubber thing so you can open the pickle jar by yourself. Okay. But if you're doing this much complaining on the internet about men, you actually are lying to yourself and saying that you don't want no companion. But you do. Or else what are you complaining about?
I think we all do.
Yeah. But
I need a man for that, right? I need a man for that. I seek companionship. I am a relationship person. Okay. That's me, right? My besties, I love them to death. Those are like my chosen sisters. But that level of companionship, I can't get it from no woman or no group of women. I mean, I don't know what else to say on it. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know what I mean, if you talking that much cash shit, you want a companion and you're gonna need a man for that.
I think we're all wired to want to have somebody to be with. But it takes effort to stay with that person. And when it starts to fail because the effort isn't there or because it's not perfect or you really got to put work in after you probably don't worked all day or you got kids or whatever other situation, it's like, bitch, fuck that. I can be with myself. I can handle this by myself when you really don't want to. So it just sounds easier to take the fallout. Like, yeah, I don't need no man. But I think we just want it. I hate to say we because I don't say I don't want a man or I don't need a man, but I damn sure do. But yeah, I think it's just an easy way out to say, yeah, I don't want to deal with that extra shit because I have my own shit going on.
I mean, that's the cold part. Is like, you know what I'm saying? If they want to say that, right? I don't need the extra shit. Okay. Even when you're dealing with your friends, you're dealing with extra shit because you're dealing with extra people. People come with their own shit. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have to deal with a level of extra shit.
Yeah, but that higher level of emotions and then this stagnant emotional regulation that we all share is like, I don't know.
Right.
Or
You don't
stay
need
absorbed in that shit.
you don't need that nigga. But that don't mean that you don't
That's
need no
it.
nigga.
That's
You
it.
just don't need that one.
And if they keep finding the same kind, then I guess it's easy to say, you know what, I'm done looking instead of looking somewhere else. Or changing yourself, because that's gonna be the hard part. But I don't know.
It comes to you don't need you need a man but you don't want a man. That's what it sounds like when you break it down. Because you addressing, we all know that we need it, but you don't want it because you know with wanting it, there's going to be extra things that you're going to have to do, which means sometimes letting him let him do what he has to do and trusting him, which you should do anyway if you're with somebody. I think we don't want to do the hard work that is required in that same need. I need a car, so I have to make sure that I get my oil change. I have to make sure that I'm putting gas in it. Got to make sure that I'm doing all this stuff because I need my car. Like, so it's that same sentiment. Do I want to do all that shit? No. I have to go to the
Yeah.
gas.
Y'all know I hate crumbs, right? And as much as I want to be like about the goddamn crumbs, that's at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to my need for fucking companionship. You know what I'm saying? You just go put up with the fucking crumbs because he gonna keep leaving crumbs, okay? But it's crumbs, you sort of shit. But you know what I mean? It's just something you're gonna have to deal with because you're dealing with other people. My best friends have their things that I just be like, you know what I'm saying? But that's what comes with you when you
Y'all
put
know.
other people into your life.
We
You're gonna have to deal with extra shit.
we
Period.
n-
But
yeah,
that
we
emotional
need
effort costs so much more than financial stuff. Like it just costs a lot. It take a lot of work. And motherfuckers just give up. And that's why shit don't be working out. The
we
motherfuckers give up
need
on
Say
life.
that I need a
we
man,
need
but
our
I don't
men
need a man.
for go ahead, sorry. Go ahead, Lex.
No, I was just like she tapping on what she was saying, like you need it, but you don't want to put in that effort. I think that's what it comes down to.
We need okay, we need our men, and what we need them for is protection, because as much as we talk about how dirty this world is, how men or people are always trying to come after us, we're more vulnerable. As much as we think we could be independent, we really can't. We can't survive without having men in our life. We can't do that. They protect us, they keep us safe, they keep us secure, they provide, they do so many things for us. Yeah, we can do it on our own, but somebody come knocking at your door, breaks down your door, you're not going to be able to fend them off by yourself. You just not. It don't matter how GI Jane, none of that. So yeah, we're talking about the minimal things. Oh, we don't want this. Yeah, we also don't want to have to defend ourselves against a grown man coming through our house either. We have a man for that. We don't want to carry the load of having everything on our backs as far as being single moms or all those other things. We want somebody to share that load with for help.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to say I don't need a man, but yet complain about how tired you are of this world, how tired you are of doing this by yourself, how tired you are of all these things, and then say I don't need a man.
But I would think that would come from the men that they be having. They don't be worth shit. So that's why I can do bad by myself is a very true statement.
Because if you're going to get somebody that ain't nothing, then yeah, you don't need a man.
Yeah, you
Get you a good
you
one,
probably
indeed.
better off by yourself.
Yeah, if he's subtracting and not adding, then what's the point?
Yeah. Yo, what we gonna do, y'all? We gonna keep scapegoating because y'all ain't shit.
But that don't mean that you write off all men
Well,
because
hold
that
on.
nigga is
Yeah,
subtracting and
yeah,
not
that's
adding.
true.
Let me
I'm
just
just trying to
finish
make sense of
talking
why they
now.
would say that.
Let's say it out
Well,
loud.
yeah.
You know, y'all ain't shit, right?
Who?
Y'all.
Who said that?
Well, it just here's the
What is
thing,
I
right?
went
y'all?
to therapy. I got better.
Here's what I'm saying. The thing, right? We do you guys believe? Because I know you guys like that moon and the stars shit, right? You believe in
What?
karma? Believe in karma?
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Oh
believe?
yeah. Karma's a bitch. That's why I don't fuck with her
Do you believe you attract what you are?
to a certain extent. Yeah,
Yeah,
You
to a
believe that
certain
you attract what you are?
to a certain extent. Yeah.
All right. If you
Yes.
don't answer, let somebody else answer. Do you believe you attract what you are?
Yes. Absolutely.
Now, here's the thing: it's hard to answer because then you have to be accountable for the man that you are now calling not shit. It can only continue to manifest like that continuously if it is a reflection of what you are and what you expect to get and what you're unwilling to give. And if there's so many men that have come across your table that aren't shit, you're the common denominator.
Yeah, for sure. And that. Yeah.
Okay. So now that we got that clear and we good, let's say this part. You need men more than they need you. Well, let me say it again because I didn't get a response. You need men more than they need you.
We need men
That's facts.
more than they need us. Yeah.
That's facts, yeah. There's nothing to retort. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the truth. Anything that they can provide for us, who they are, is more than what we can give to them.
So what we doing, man? Listen, I could go, and this is real shit, right? I can go, and is this what I mean? So anything happen, right? I can go lift heavy shit and make $1. Most men have that ability over women, right? Overnight stocking. I can hire movers tomorrow, right? I can go to Home Depot and it's 5 men standing out there that can go move stuff with me, right? And get paid $20 an hour off the whim. Now I hire my guys. My guys are W-2, but just, there's several movers who like, hey, I need a hand. There's been times my buddy wasn't working. I said, yo, come, I'll give you $100 to work with me. You just got to move 6 things. But I just, it's my man. I just give him $100, right? We have that ability, right? And that's just one example that's just simply put, right? Women are uberly valuable, right? You understand that this is not degrading the value of women, right? They're uberly valuable. My wife was gone for a week. We had a tragedy happen in our family, so she had to go to her side of the family for about a week. And I'm like, where the fuck is the toilet paper? Who gonna wipe Nori ass? Nori stink. I don't feel like wiping her ass. She only 3, that's why, Like all this stuff, I'm like, yo, and I didn't want to say it, but I want to say, when you coming back? He ate McDonald's like a motherfucker, Jasmine. You know what I'm saying? Kids was loving it, fat ass kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I missed you, right? Like those things are so valuable to me. It's so important that every time I go to get a paper towel, they just appear. I don't know where they come from, but they be there. That's worth working 100 hours a week to me. So I'm not by any way degrading that. My kids are taken care of by their mom. I don't know how people don't. That's uberly important. So I'm not by any way dismissing that. But we talking about need. It's there, but you need men more than they need you.
Agree.
So when we hear this thing like, I don't need a man, I just want y'all to say, girl, shut up. Can we do that?
I'm gonna have to ask her why she said that first to let her hear herself.
God damn it.
I like to understand. I'm not gonna tell her just to shut up because she's gonna feel like she's right. Telling her to shut up ain't gonna fix nothing. So I want to ask her why she feel that way. Because like I said, I've never heard that. But I don't be around a lot of bitches either. So
I got
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
are y'all hearing the clips? Or is it just me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Hey, look, do some more. Do some
But
more.
no, I feel what you're saying though. I feel what you're saying because how can you correct something if you don't even understand what they're coming from? You're not even gonna be able to relate to what it is they're talking about or speak to what it is that they're talking about specifically.
Stand firm in their opinion. Their opinion to them is fucking fact. Like I can't just tell you, like, bitch, yes, the fuck you do, and I don't even know her. Like,
Here's
the
the
bitch can tell you,
thing.
bitch, no, the fuck you do.
Here's the thing, right? This
I'm gonna ask, what do you mean?
I understand what you guys are saying thoroughly. I simply emphatically disagree because need a man is absolute bullshit. Similarly to I don't need a man is absolute bullshit, right? Similar to me saying 2 + 2 is 3. It's as equally foolish and stupid as 2 + 2 is 3. Because regardless of the reason why she's saying she don't meet a man, it's emphatically untrue. That's why I'm saying you don't
Okay.
need to uncover before checking it, and then you can have the conversation.
No, you do need to. You do need to. Because what did we just talk about when it came to leading with the negative?
And having
We
conversations.
just talked about that
Who said
and having a
that's what
conversation with
Lex,
somebody.
that's what Lex said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Right.
don't
And
I don't agree
she
with
was
that.
correct.
I don't
And she
agree
was
with that.
correct.
I don't agree with it.
Okay.
I understand how it could be effective, right? Warren Buffett said, "Lead with the negative."
Okay, I don't
I
fuck him.
feel
Don't wait,
as
wait,
far
wait. Stop, Lex. You don't what? You don't what?
no, well, I
No, not
think.
you, not you, Callie. You don't
Oh,
what?
my bad.
You
My
said
bad.
Lex.
No, no. I said, hold on, Lex.
My
Oh,
bad.
You don't what, Callie? I said Warren. Do you know Warren? Yeah, I know you know who Warren Buffett is, right?
Yeah, I know he is. Fuck him. That ain't got nothing to do with this bitch I'm talking to. We're talking about effective communication. I'm not gonna communicate with no goddamn Warren Buffett.
Are you? Are you? Do you understand? What do you mean?
I mean, fuck him. My bad. This is the asshole portion. Okay, but look, no, for real.
And then
No, I'm saying like for effective communication, right? If I'm really trying to get through to somebody and I'm trying to be effective and everything like that, I'm going to want to adopt that communication style or whatever, right? Like that, right? So I'm going to want to know where she's coming from so I can directly address and get through to why it is that she's wrong instead of just telling her, "Oh, well, girl, you know what the fuck you talking about? Fuck you."
we
You know what I'm
still
saying?
on. We still on. I disagree with Lex. I agree with Warren Buffett. And the show tomorrow is gonna be a beautiful show because it's about the unqualified opinion. When we give you a person that has dealt with so many people in so many realms, right? Has been frugal while being, top 10 richest people in the world. Talking about communicating with people effectively in so many different facets, we say. Yeah, and I know you was unjust. Fuck that nigga. Mm.
But as a
Okay.
man,
So
I think
so
as a man you can have that disposition.
you
I
said
think it
what, Lex?
benefits me as a female to lead with the positive. I think you as a man, yeah, you could do that because you a man, and
No, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
it's just different.
I disagree, but I'm not.
okay,
I said
was I right? Was
I
I
said
right then?
I
And be like,
no.
however, dot. I was
No,
right.
I'm saying I understand what Lex was saying, and then I said I disagree. You see,
Yeah,
I
Okay,
understand
but
why she's saying that. I disagree.
yeah.
Right?
okay. So let me just rewind for like two minutes tops, right? Let me just rewind. So was I being disrespectful when I was like, yes, I understand where you're coming from. However, this is not what it was.
Are you talking about in a hypothetical situation? You talking to a man? Which one are you
Mm-hmm.
talking about?
Yeah. I'm going back to that just for clarification.
Say
I
it
want
again.
I want your
I
opinion. So
understand it.
if
Was it?
if I was like, I hear him out, whatever, like that, right? And I'm like, okay, yes, I understand where you're coming from, or whatever, like that, and I can see how you can see it that way. However, this is what it was. It was A, B, and C.
No,
Was I
the
being disrespectful?
in the situations, I think it's disrespectful. You saying it in just in a vacuum like that to me, that doesn't sound disrespectful. I just know that how these things actually go, which is what I was addressing. That's why every time y'all finished talking, I said, "Here's what actually happens." But the acknowledgement and then giving a retort, that's not disrespectful on his face. Pause.
Okay, thank you.
But we know that's not, and then that's why I was saying this is how it actually happens. But yes, just in a vacuum, no, that's not right. Um, damn, I lost my train of thought. So
I'm
that
sorry.
Warren
no,
Buffett.
it's all good.
Yeah, we talking about Warren Buffett. Talking
Well,
about some. Yeah, tell that bitch she don't know what the fuck she talking about.
yeah. It was. Oh, yeah. I was just saying, like in that situation, you're dealing with a woman as well. So that approach that Lex took, right? She's showing deference to a man. You see, because that's how deferent. That's the actual definition of deference. Is you show deference to the person based on hierarchy, right? And if
Mm-hmm.
men like Kiara so eloquently articulated, men lead women, then women show deference to men. That's the actual definition of deference. Now, when women are keeping each other straight, tell her the truth first, and then you can get down to it. The whys behind the shit she talking. But bullshit is bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I ain't saying, you go on ahead and you lead with fluff and you continue with fluff. No, but if I want to address her points directly and show her why she's wrong, I'm gonna need to know what those points are.
Yeah. I just saying say it first, Like if you be like, well, why are you saying that? Giving too much credence to the sentiment.
So are we supposed to turn that switch off and on when it comes back to a man? And respond to him differently if we disagree?
Would it behoove you to do so?
I don't know, because I know how I am. I'm always asking questions to understand. That's just who I am.
You know what I'm saying?
And I've had somebody
Go ahead,
say
my
what?
bad. No, go ahead.
I've had a partner tell me that that was
What?
disrespectful. A partner.
Damn.
I've had a boyfriend tell me that it was disrespectful to basically ask questions because he felt like I should already know what he's saying, or I'm trying to be funny, or whatever he wanted, whatever he felt that he could explain how he felt disrespected. Very subjective shit that didn't make sense to me because I was genuinely trying to be interested and understand what he was talking about.
Oh yeah, what gets me is that
I'm the
playing
same
dumb shit.
exact
I'm
way.
not playing dumb. I'm fucking asking you a question because I don't goddamn know.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying. Like that's what I was saying earlier. Like disrespect for men is so subjective. Like they have a lot of levels of feeling disrespectful. So when they say that black women are so disrespectful, is it always up here with the poking and talking with your hands and slapping niggas, or is it just not being this overly pleasant bitch?
Yes.
Yes. What?
All of it.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. That
Amen.
it's all of it.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy.
You want it to be crazy because we want to justify our behavior, but it's all of it.
No.
So I would like to know. Okay,
That's
so
literally insane. Okay.
is there a? It sounds like did shit go silent?
No.
No, you got the floor.
Hold on 1 minute.
I like hear those. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but these are the people that's saying they're being disrespected. So we dismiss their sentiments because we call it crazy or too much, when this is what they saying.
What you say?
Nothing. Waiting for you to get back.
Yeah, but
Okay.
now we're saying that every opinion that your nigga has is valid.
Yes.
Fuck no.
Okay.
Hell no. 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 No.
like-
No. No. No.
Did you hear the word you used?
Yeah,
Every
I heard.
opinion-
I heard the word that was used.
valid.
Exactly.
Opinion.
Every opinion that
The
you,
word is
yeah,
used.
every opinion that your nigga has is not valid. It's not accurate.
Should it be
That-
agreed on?
Oh, slow down. That's two different things. You said opinion. So yes, opinions are valid, right?
Yeah,
Now,
to him.
if somebody is giving an opinion on something that is objective and quantifiable, that's when an opinion can be rendered moot. But when you say every opinion a nigga has is valid, definitionally, yes. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so maybe I'm using the word wrong, and I'll fine. Accurate. I'd have to say no.
Okay. Based on what? You disrespecting him? This is opinion.
Yeah.
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 You're disrespecting him.
But I didn't.
Why? Did you
No,
suck his
that's
teeth? Did you roll your eyes?
No.
Did you give him a blank stare?
No, all I did was have a differing opinion, and that's considered disrespectful.
Well,
So
you
in
know
which
what?
case I would say, fuck that. That's not disrespectful. Me
Kelly,
having a
you are
difference of
giving
opinion.
yourself a whole lot of outs. Here's the thing. If a person always got a different opinion, always got a butt for me, that
I ain't
stuff
talking
people
about that.
tend.
I ain't talking about
We're
that.
not sure, but it gives us we giving ourselves a lot of wiggle as opposed to saying, "Yo, I'm disrespectful." That could be the truth.
Yeah, I ain't talking about I got something to say every single time you say something. I ain't talking about that.
Okay.
I have a question when y'all get a chance.
Am I being disrespectful right now?
No.
I just want to know. Okay. I just gotta check because nigga never
Right.
know.
Sure. Well,
Last
what's it
time that
on
I
camera?
checked.
Go ahead, Kiara. You got a question?
I do. So what it seems like I understand is that it should be a very neutral response to a very neutral, respectful response to a man, regardless of the situation. I want to know, what does that generic response look like? What does it sound like?
Hmm.
Because I don't like to talk about all of the ins and outs, circumstances a lot. Give me the solution so we can fix it. What does it look like?
You know, because you've done it before.
I've done what?
You showed deference before.
Yeah, but I want to know what it looks like for other people or for you. I value your opinion. I would like to know what it looks like for you.
Me, I'm not a girl.
I understand, but you're the man, so you're the one that are going to dictate whether or not you feel disrespected by the woman.
Let's test it. I can tell you. We test it.
What would you like for me to do? What do you what are you
Like for
asking?
instance, right? Callie start talking loud. I don't like that. I don't appreciate that. I don't like people talk loud to me.
Okay.
I have this notion in my head: if you was a man, you wouldn't dare. That's like how my mind kind of works. And so I see people kind of take liberty with people because the potential outcome isn't one that they wouldn't be able to bear, right? So I'm kind of cognizant that even on the internet, I don't know, maybe I have before, but I don't know if I ever gotten like a yelling and fussing match with somebody because I'm always thinking what I would like what this would go to if it was face to face. And since it's not face to face, I usually stay pretty even because I can't do nothing about it. And what if they argue better than me? Now we done created a moment on the internet for them. It ain't for me, you know. But like getting cut off is disrespectful. Over
Right. So I don't want
talking
to
is
know what is
disrespectful.
disrespectful. I want to know what is respectful. Like a response from your wife if y'all have a difference in
Okay,
opinions.
so the opposite of all that.
Yeah, yeah. I
Don't
want
cut
to know
me.
what the solution is. And I want to hear Becca's opinion too.
Okay, so you're saying the solution to if she disagrees?
Um, well, yeah, yeah, because I think that's where most of the disrespect will come from.
Hmm.
If y'all agree, I don't imagine a whole bunch of disrespect there.
Yeah, deference, right? And so I know we may have anecdotal examples where people don't respect their boss. But one thing I realize is when people disagree with the CEO, how they disagree is very tapered, not
Hold
tapered, but
on.
it's very mindful,
Mhm.
right? It's filled with reasons why, and not just for the sake of. So oftentimes when we gave ideas to the CEO, right, and we come to me often, I'm like, well, consider this, consider that. Here's what I think. Here's my recommendation. But if he didn't take my recommendations, I ride and do the thing that he asked me to do.
Hmm.
Everybody's making a conscious decision, right? But for some reason, our women will talk to us like we not the CEO.
Right. It's not emotion in the workplace though. So like, that's two different
I don't
places.
I don't know.
So
I
I
don't
don't
know. I just don't know why somebody that you don't have any ties or emotion to gets treated better.
yeah, I mean that makes sense too. But I want to stay in the place where we know we have emotional regulations here. We have, we obviously it's emotions are going to be more intensified
Hmm.
versus in a professional setting.
Now, Key, what you just did was justify your poor behavior to the person that will kill and die for you in that order.
I'm not justifying anything. I'm trying to figure out what is the justified behavior.
I'm saying don't do that though. Don't say, well, we have investment of emotions involved, so I can be disrespectful and I don't have to present to this man like I would to the CEO.
That's not what I
No, but
said.
I think that you're assuming that's what she's saying, and that's not what she's saying. She's saying that it would be the same.
I'm
She's
saying
saying
the
that
effort
every
is going to be different, and the feelings are
The
going to be
what is?
different.
Sorry,
The effort is going to be different.
the effort to what? Show deference.
Yeah, I guess so.
So then, why does it decrease for the man that you live with, that you give your body to, and why does it increase for the CEO? Because he give you a paycheck.
No, because of emotional dysregulation, more than likely.
Okay,
Not being able to communicate or control your emotions. Because I'm trying to figure out in this emotional situation, what does a respectful response look like to you? Because you
I
don't
got
probably
you.
don't give a fuck if
There's a
your
key.
boss.
They're the same, right? How it looks to be
Oh my gosh,
respectful.
please pause. Like you don't went out again. What the fuck? Give me 10 seconds.
Okay. Yeah. So one thing I'll tell her, and I'll say it again, is this is what I said in the onset of the conversation. You know what it is. Remember I said that? Because you've done it before. And we try to give us as an out because we love a person. But it's a shame that we treat the people we love the most
Like shit.
like shit.
Kiera, did you say that you wanted my opinion as well?
Yes. What would your response look? What is your vision or your description of a
Like a respectful
respectful
response.
response to a man? Because it seems like it should be generic, regardless of what's going on.
So this is how I kind of learned to look at things. If you're in a relationship, and you respect the man that you're with, and you listen to what he has to say, your opinion, as much as you may think that you're right, should not outweigh his advice because everything is coming in good faith. So if he says something to you and you've given your opinion and he gives you something that's better, or even if you don't think it's better, you don't have to keep trying to give your opinion because he heard you, he understands you. You just say, okay. And then you can have whatever you want inside of you, but give that man the respect to not continue to go back and forth with him. Just say, okay, babe, I understand. And then the respect is still there. You don't have to worry about having any tension or going back and forth.
So
Yeah, you're not always heard though. But I think I heard the answer. I got lost a little bit.
Yeah.
right. So if he has a preconceived notion, well, I won't say preconceived, but if he has a if his opinion, I'm not talking about he's giving you advice or anything like that, right? He's not giving me no advice. Okay. But he has an incorrect opinion about what it is that you're doing and the why. If I'm trying to explain to him, no, that's not what I was thinking, nor is that what I was doing, right? I understand what it looks like and I understand, you know what I'm saying? What it is, I understand like what it is that you're seeing from your perspective is how you came to this conclusion. However, I don't want you to think that that is what is actually happening in my fucking head, right? So how would you explain that to him without being disrespectful if every rebuttal is deemed as disrespect?
Then I wouldn't rebuttal. I would literally choose peace over going back and forth because is it going to matter in 5 hours, 5 days, 5 months, 5 years about what we're talking about? Is it that serious for me to get
And
out what I need to say to him or to keep the peace within the relationship and the respect to stay where it's supposed to
mhm.
be?
It's not going to
And then
become
when you don't
peace
rebuttal and
because
that's deemed as disrespect, then what?
No, it's this is what the reason why I have to re- uh, interject is because the questions are disingenuous. There's already a predetermined answer, right? So here's what actually she already answered the question, Callie. She said back and
Hmm.
forth, right? So there is that's not absent of retort, right? There is a response, right? But to continue to go back and forth is where she says, okay, deference ensues. And because this man is my man that I let enter my body, don't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to me in good faith, I trust his judgment. See, a lot of that was missed in that answer.
No, she was talking about advice. All right. So yeah, I've already said yeah. I
Oh,
understand
why
what
you
you're
say
talking
no?
about, all this kind of
What
stuff
part are you
like that.
saying no to?
No, I'm saying no to the part where you can't win for losing.
That's what I'm saying. Why don't you just make a statement as opposed to asking questions?
I'm saying that you can't win for losing.
That's what I'm saying. You already. That's what I'm saying. The questions were inconsequential because your answer was going to stay the same.
No, because both in both situations that I'm talking about, whether I rebut or not, it was deemed as disrespectful.
When you gave us the context, right? When you asked me the question, what did I say? It wasn't disrespectful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. Got you.
So
I got you. I got
I'm
you.
saying the manifestation of the conversation, we know how it actually be going though, right? That it doesn't ever sound like, although I understand what you're saying, I respectfully disagree, and here's why. It never goes like that. That's all I'm saying. And this where disrespect starts to ensue when we start to really have these back and forths. Because while you listening to him and he didn't get you, or you think he's wrong, there's a whole lot of body language in between that. And so now we know what actually happens at the end, is all I'm saying. Really?
I respectfully disagree with the never, but I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. All don't mean all, never don't mean never.
Good morning,
Yeah.
everybody.
What's goody?
Good morning,
Good
Riley.
morning.
Felt like y'all needed some pushback on the panel. So
I hate your hat, by the way. Go ahead. My
I know
fault.
I had turned
What's
it to
up,
the side.
Radio?
I was like, girl, fix it before Ham start talking shit. That's literally what I just told myself. I was like, don't bring no more attention to the hat. Jesus Christ.
Go ahead. Talk your
Okay.
shit.
Okay, so I'm catching up, but I've been watching the show. So the first question was, do we have the bad attitudes? And I do. I don't think we have it like white women because they perfected nice, nasty. And one thing the men have confided in me and told me is that they look at the vernacular, right? So the Valley Girl voice is the voice that they look for, very pleasant, like, oh my God. And if you don't have that voice or that demeanor, you're just looked at as negative. And that's just how the world is. J. Cole is my favorite rapper. And he got a song where he say, the hard times made us into men.
Get out.
Now, I'm not saying we men. We could never be men. But the hard times definitely made us who we are. So we would definitely have to die, come back, and be reborn into the valley in an upper echelon to have better attitudes. And that's just what it is. I'm not saying that it's a positive thing, but I'm not going to never just be dismissive of the Black woman's plight and say that we haven't been through some hard shit. Black women go through the fucking most in this country, from family issues to issues in the workplace and everything else. So yeah, we don't walk around in bliss. We don't walk around as no protected, blissful people. So of course we're gonna be on game. Like we ready for the bullshit all the time. 9 times out of 10 because we know it's coming. So that was my first thing. The second thing was, do we deserve to respect Black men? Yes. And let me tell you how I train myself, because of course, just like coming from a particular place, I used to go back and forth with boys. I mean, even in like elementary school, middle school, I would fight with boys because these is our peers. They get smart with us, we get smart with them. We grow up, we be fighting, going back and forth. In my relationships, I've learned, if I love you, I never want to hurt the people I love, ever. Right? I don't. No matter how much I disagree with my daddy, because he's a boomer and he always trying to tell me what to do, get a vaccine, da da da. I've always in my life know how to shut the fuck up and let him say what he want to say. Because I love him and I would never want to hurt him. I would never want to disrespect him. And if I don't feel like that about a man, he can't get in my body. He can never be my nigga. So if I don't have reverence for a man, I'm not gonna mess with you anyway. So yeah, if you my man, I'm gonna give you the ultimate respect because I never want to hurt the man that I love. I never want to hurt the people that I love. Now, when it's in reverse, say that he's hurting me or he's disrespecting me. Well, I also love myself, right? So if this man is consistently disrespecting me, that means he don't love me. So why am I sitting here with somebody who don't love me? Why am I sitting here with somebody who don't respect me, who don't care about me? I need to remove myself. At this point in my life, as Sherelle, every single person in my life treats me well. And moving forward in my life, that's never going to change. Because you're either going to treat me well or you're going to get the fuck. And I'm going to give you that reciprocity by treating you well, loving you, honoring you. And I know I've proven to people in my life, romantic, whether it lasted or not, that that's who I am. So because I know who I've done the work, yeah, everybody deserves respect that I'm going to be around. And if it gets to a point where everything has to be disrespectful, I have to be the worst parts of me or ugly, I promise you a man can't call me a bitch and think the next day we're never gonna be cool, right? So when we sitting in these things and we feel like, well, he be starting and he be calling me out my name, so we go back, and that should be the end. Ship it, bye. Because they do deserve respect. Because you'll get out of line with them because your mouth could get a little bit slicker, and then you will feel your face swollen because you hit them where it hurts, so they hit you how they can hurt you. And I think that we put ourselves in too many situations like that. So to stay out of harmful ways, don't disrespect them. And if they don't have no type of love or respect for you, remove yourself. That was my take 2. Now my take 3. But me and Mr. Hemp about to disagree. This whole notion that it's bullshit for women to choose to be single, I think it's crazy, especially for Black women. And I honestly think that if you don't understand why some Black women want to be single, it's because you honestly don't have your best Black women's best interest at heart. Now, what I can understand is most people don't. The whole world don't necessarily have our best interest at heart. But if we understand that there's not enough good men to go around, and I don't even care if you're the worst Black woman in the world, go be by yourself. I don't think you should be subjected to a bad man. Okay, so if women are choosing and setting up their lives to be able to be single, to be able to stay out of romantic partnership, because the way that romantic partnership has been in the Black community, it can be very toxic, it can be very damaging. I think 2025, we're safe enough for people to live on their own, for people to be able to stand on their own. I think that is a luxury. So if you can provide your life in that way, I'll support it and I'll understand as a woman. Because there's so many women who love men surpass the love of themselves and they're being abused. So you think that you got the protection from the men of the world and you close your doors and lock everything up and your abuser is in the bed with you. Your abuser is in the house with you. And then that goes past you and that goes to your children. And the women in the past, they were abused and their children were abused. And we're those children today who had to face our moms being abused, had to face being abused by our mom's partners and everything because she loved men and her whole mind and the whole world is telling you that you're nothing without a man. All the way until you're willing to accept being dehumanized. So wanting a man is like wanting to hit the lottery. Everybody wants it. But a bunch of people don't play, even though they would love to win. Because they've come to a logical understanding that the odds ain't necessarily in our favor. So, of course, if you're a logical person and you understand that the odds and the numbers are not in your favor, you have to start planning a life to make sure that you can still have a good life while you're here. Because you don't just die because you don't get a man. A good one at that. A halfway decent one that will treat you well. So even if we partnered up, Black women with all the men, it'll be millions of us. And when you do those numbers, millions of us alone still. When you do those numbers, when women that come to a logical conclusion that we may have to learn how to do this shit on our own for real and smarten up and strategically do this, I support that 100% because I support Black women and I want what's best for us regardless of who else that benefits. I'm done.
Well, are most men good?
No.
Most men aren't good
No.
from your experience. Are most men good?
Yeah. The ones in my life,
What about on the
whereas,
road?
yeah.
Yeah. Are most men abusing women?
Not physically, no.
Well,
Emotionally,
you just mentioned the weapon that the woman has is the power of her tongue. So I don't know how that would then turn on its head, as though the abusive nature of words wouldn't be in women's favor, not men's.
no, I don't mean like the words, right? I mean like just the cheating, right? The cheating, the emotional abuse, the neglect, the walking away, the things like that. That's the way that men emotional, the stonewalling, right? So women might have the mouth to talk to you crazy, and that's how they hurt you. Men have the stonewalling element where they'll walk around and act like you don't even exist. They don't care about your needs, no matter how much you're telling them you need this or this is hurting them. They can go years and years stonewalling the shit out of you and don't care how you feel.
Why is that a one-sided thing?
It doesn't have to be a one-sided thing. I
It's
don't think
not. Right? You
okay,
usually get what you give, right?
yeah, I don't think that black women are perfect. No way. But I think it's the perfect time for black women to be alone and go heal themselves. So this is my thing. I don't think that, oh, I'm fucked up, so I should just get a fucked up person and then somehow we're gonna have something
Well,
beautiful. No,
I heard you. I heard you.
that's not how it's gonna work.
They need men and the safeness of the world. Why?
What you mean?
You said it's safe now. Why?
Just the way that it's been set up in
Why
America.
though? Why? Why?
Cause
Who
men.
do you? Okay. Well, I just want to make sure that that's clear, right? Because it's not a contradiction, but it's slightly oxymoronic. So the world is how it is because of men, and you can call men, but now we don't need men, right? The closer you are in proximity to men makes you more safe, right? And so what'll happen is, I think that it's a blessing to have your dad and all these people and brothers and cousins, right? So if you choose hypothetically to opt out, you are insulated. How many other women have that luxury to opt out and still be insulated?
There's many, right? So there's many women who are building community, right? So it's not
Majority?
as if we don't need men in the world. Of
A
course we need
majority,
men
you
in the
think?
world.
You think
They
majority
have
are thinking like that? You think the majority? Because I want to make sure, really, because you're saying, yo, build your foundation, build your stuff up to where you now have leverage. But we know that's the overwhelming minority that is able to do that.
I would think it's in America, because we're not gonna talk about the women outside the country.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Okay.
in America, I just read an article projecting that 50% of black women in a couple of years will be single and childless, right?
50%.
So what I'm seeing is the majority of women are choosing this, right? They're choosing to opt out, they're choosing to build lives that don't center men. So at first it was just a little rumble, but it's becoming bigger, right? And they're not saying that they don't need men in the world or the contributions to the world that men make, but men in romantic situations, men in sexual situations, men in marriage, right? The way that they look at tying themselves to a man for the rest of their lives and devoting their whole life into a man, the majority of women are no longer on that program.
Okay. So you and I both disagree with them. When we assess those women that were talking like that, what they look like?
They was ugly.
Snoop Dogg shit, right? We understand that there's a C word. You know which word it is?
It got a U in it.
It got an O in it. It got a P. It got an E. That's it.
Cope.
Cope.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of cope going on, right? There's a whole lot of microphones happening to where you saying the thing because it reflects your current situation. So you make the most out of it by saying the thing that you don't actually mean. Because we know when the right nigga come across their table, all that I want to be single and childless goes out the window. But we know that already because we've seen it a million times. Every
Right.
time they say rally, they ain't gonna do it. They do it.
Right. So there's like even a girl who had a kid out of wedlock when they was like judging her for it, she was like, "Oh, marriages and everything, She just got engaged like last week. Not every video is, oh my God, I'm engaged, right? So, like I said,
Yeah.
it isn't like, yeah, but you have to cope with the reality of there's not this. So we all have a disease, but only one of us can get the cure. Everybody with the disease is going to be sad, but we have to find a way to live with this disease now
I
because
agree
there
with
is only one cure.
I agree with you. But just don't act like you don't got the disease. See, that's the coping thing. Acting like, oh
Okay.
no, it's all good. Nah, I'm fucked up out here, but I'm making the most of it. I'm surviving, but I ain't thriving because I don't have the thing that I actually want that I know actually catapults me to the next level.
Right. And so that's the thing. So it's also like this marriage
You ever
propaganda.
been in love?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I think.
You ever feel like Googling and shit? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, all that, man. And then when you got that, you want to get it again. Right? They've been loved on before.
Yeah.
Now,
So
but now, hold on, real. God damn it. But now they out here. I don't need no nigga. Yo, just say like, see, bro. I can tell you to say this, bitch, please. Or is that too old school? That's like the 2000s. Or oh, don't clock it. Whatever the fuck you supposed to say. That's supposed to get under her skin.
yeah,
Like,
oh boy,
just
that 40
like,
hit too hard, boy.
yeah, like, come on, like, you see it, bro, because you know it's just it's not real. It's just not
No,
real.
but this is the thing. You ask the wrong questions, right? So you're not seeing
That's
it from this lens.
emphatically
You're
untrue.
saying, have you ever been loved? Have you ever been traumatized?
Well, that's not the wrong
So
question.
it's like that's the point. You can be loved and desire love. Traumatized, that's a way stronger emotion.
Then love.
Disappointed, disregarded, abandoned, broken, all of those emotions, they don't go away. They don't go away. And if people get to a point where they've took so much damage or they've took so much hits, it's just done. It's like literally like AIDS, right? When you catch that virus, your the cells in your body has took so much damage, they like, fuck it.
No.
We ain't even gonna
Here,
fight no more.
here's where we disagree. I didn't ask the wrong question. You got the wrong outlook. So I asked, have you ever been loved? You said, have you ever been traumatized? You pessimistic. I'm optimistic.
Okay.
Right? So it's not the wrong question. It's two different outlooks. I understand trauma. I understand PTSD. Right? There's things that I do or don't do based on what I've experienced. So I 100% understand that. The thing is, if we attract what we are, if I look intrinsically, now there's things in terms of my trauma in my past that I'd be accountable for, and therefore I'd be able to overcome and maybe have better outcomes. But instead, we keep on pointing the finger and continue to get the same results, which is insanity by definition.
Right? And there is a group of women who are saying, listen, if I'm broken and all I'm gonna attract is broken people, there's nothing good coming to me. So I might as well stop. And I'm not going to heal if I keep putting myself in damaging situations. It ain't gonna get better for me if I keep getting on the field, right? That's what we have to tell you, right? When you broke your arm and you want to keep on fighting, like, nigga, it ain't gonna get better. Sometimes you gotta go chill out. You gotta go heal up for real. And some people just be like, hey, you know what? I'm hurt enough. I'm gonna retire. You know, after them people tear their ACLs and shit like that, they're like, yeah, I played a good game. I had a good run. I'm out for the rest of the season. And then they be like, you know what? I'm hanging up my jersey. Retirement is okay once you took enough damage. You gotta sit your ass down.
Yeah, I just really the thing that I give me cause for pause is you keep saying they took damage. They gave damage. They were the damager. And in the process, being damaged, getting damaged, giving damage ain't free. I put a lot of pain on niggas, pause, on the football field. Like football players, there's a little bit of a hesitancy right before people hit, right? For people who are only playing football. Football players, there's no hitch. Yo, I used to knock shit loose, but I know I got CTE. Well, my mom said it anyway. She said it'll hit me when I turn 70, so we'll see. But I used to put fucking pain on niggas, bro. And I'm just being honest, right? But I paid for that too because I took wear and tear. See, we got to be honest about it.
Yeah, and I understand. I think they accepted their roles, right? Like I said, the best part about making yourself the problem is it's easy to solve.
Yeah.
So it's like we want to tell Black women, hey, take your accountability, and it's like, you know what? I choose the wrong men. I'm gonna stop choosing. I'm gonna stop choosing, and I'm gonna choose myself. And that's what they said. I'm gonna stop choosing wrong men, and I'm gonna choose myself. I'm gonna choose to treat myself better.
Yeah, and really
And
here,
stop putting myself in harm's way. And
no,
I think that's a good decision for them.
real. I think I hear you, and I think that's an extreme minority of women who have made these real self-assessment, tried, failed, and said fuck it, right? Because women simply have too many access points. The truth is, they don't know what they're doing when it comes to vetting and understanding men. Women have no business trying to vet men for themselves. Right. And so they keep trying to go through this process the incorrect way. And now they finally say tired and fuck it, but they actually don't mean it. It's a cope. There's an extreme minority that is doing what you said they're doing, and I can see that. But the truth is most of them are just saying it because that's the same thing to say at the time.
Okay.
Because of the hurt, the trauma, you know?
Yeah, right. But that's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is I understand that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so if I know that the majority of women still want to be with men, when I meet a woman
Yeah.
and she's saying I'm out the game, I don't question it because I know it took her a lot to get out the game. I know it takes a lot for you to come to that conclusion. I don't think any little girl grows up and then comes to the conclusion, I never want to be with. I know there is no woman who's sitting here saying I hate men. I don't want to be with men who haven't been traumatized by men. And it's so easy for us to see past our other people's trauma, but it ain't okay for them.
No, I got you. Here's the thing, right? And competition in sports are so important, right? You learn a lot of these lessons that are then transferable to life. Quitters never win and winners never quit. So at what point do you tap into that? Or is there a time where you just say, fuck it? I just never seen that, you know? That's why I don't think a lot of people believe it. I think they live with that regret each and every day.
Yeah. Which is because I think I missed one. Why I say that Black women actually aren't the most disrespectful to their men, right? Because a lot of Black women don't have guidance. A lot of Black women are only doing what they see. Why should I think I have an issue with being a baby mama when my mama's a baby mama and my grandma and all the girls around me and my sisters and the girls at my school? I'm doing what we do and this is normal. White women go against the grain. White women will disrespect their fathers who gave them wonderful lives. White women will disrespect their husbands who treat them well, still want to bring them to swingers clubs, do all of this weird shit. They actually have a program and go against the grain consistently. They were loved. They had slaves. They had all of these things and still wanted to fight the system, wanted to fight their men, wanted their own rights, wanted this. They're always breaking code. Black women, we be winging it a lot of the time. So we just can't teach people what they, you know what I'm saying? People are gonna go for what they know. And the reality of us, me having a good man, me having a good father, that it would be disingenuous of me to think, well, this is my life, so all of y'all should feel how I feel. No. Black women need to do what's best for them. And I don't care who that benefits outside of Black women as a Black woman. Because I understand the plight of us and don't nobody understand the plight of us. So when we don't see it, even if we're not that woman, right? Even if we're not the woman that's been abused by a man, even if we're not the woman that didn't have a dad, even if we're not the woman who made these decisions, how can we not look at us and understand the plight of us and want what's best for us and fuck how it benefits the world?
Yeah, I understand. And my simple retort is what's best for you is to find a man and get under his cover.
And I disagree.
Well, good thing is I can clip out you saying I disagree and just keep it going.
And this is also my real question.
Mm-hmm.
If you partner up every black woman with
Pause.
every black man, right? What are y'all gonna do with the leftover women? And before you answer that, I'm not just talking about the 2 million men who don't exist at all, because it's 2 million more of us. We gotta add the gays in. We gotta add the men who just hate women in. We gotta add the men who abuse women in. So the millions of black women who don't get a man, what do we do with them? What do we tell? Do we care about them? Or do we say, fuck them, ha ha, nanny boo boo, you couldn't get one? Because if we keep on living in scavenger hunt mode, we're going to keep on tearing each other down as women to compete for these men. No, because you know we got to compete for the good ones, because it ain't enough. And that gives y'all an advantage over us, such a high advantage of us. Such a high advantage, because there's so many of us that get none. We don't get none.
Polygyny.
Yeah, I don't think that's what women want.
Too bad. That's the problem, right? You just want a thing, right? What is your needs, and what's the viable option?
Yeah. If that's the only option, then the other option is gonna have to be women trying to figure out how to be alone.
Morelli, you're doing it now. Just make it official.
Who?
Women. They're doing it
women.
Now. Yeah. They're doing it now. Let a nigga, how they say it, how y'all say it? Fuck on them, right? That's how y'all say it down south. Let a nigga fuck on him. He ain't paying no bills, nothing, right? None of that. He already got access to the most precious parts of her. Why not make it official?
I mean, if that's what they want to do, right?
Well, we just saying, but right, what we saying is what's a viable option, and when we assess the dynamics, they're doing it now.
Yeah, and all I'm saying is the group of women that I'm speaking for are the women who have enough control to remove themselves from that, and those are the women who are speaking for. It's not the women who are out here. I don't all of a sudden think that every woman is just. And don't get me wrong, I understand that women are hoes. I don't just believe that about us in totality.
No, the two women love the same man. That's what it is. I ain't even calling them nothing. I'm saying they love the same man and they'll do anything for that man is what I'm saying. So why not just make it official? The women like yourself and Ebony K. Williams who worked to get resources to where now they have this autonomy that most people don't have are the extreme minority. We ain't talking about y'all.
Right? So this is what I'm saying. You just said
you
letting these niggas fuck on you.
Anyway.
He ain't paying no bills.
He ain't doing nothing for you.
I'm not supporting that. I'm not supporting
me
black
either.
Women making bad decisions and then saying, well, make more bad decisions, and somehow I think we're going to get a positive result from that. We're not.
No, here's what it is, right? Make it official, right? Acknowledge your current modus operandi, right? And make it worth something. Couple those resources, couple the child bearing, the child rearing, right? Come together. Stop saying, no, I ain't doing that. Who are you? In these dire times of desperation where there's a disparity between men and women, the good ones, quote unquote. Well, if we're gonna be honest, we gotta be honest. Keep being honest. We gotta finish the sentence.
Yeah, I think they can. Right.
Becky, you wanna say something? Me and her do this every Tuesday. So
I know. You know it's hard I don't want to like jump in while y'all going back and forth.
Talk too much. I get it. Go ahead.
It's really your big head ass. But whatever.
But really, this is the thing that gets me. And what you're saying as far as women, going through stuff, that's true. We go through things. But it doesn't help us to stay by ourselves when we know that we need men. I'm one of those females. I didn't grow up with a father. I've been through heartbreak. I've been through abuse. I've been through all of those things. I still never gave up, and I'm engaged. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of a testament to all the things that you're talking about, that yes, of course you don't want to be in an abusive relationship. And of course, when you feel like, okay, I need to take some time for myself, yes. But that shouldn't be the period right there after the sentence. There should be a comma once I'm ready. And once I know that I can take on the things that I know it's going to be a hardship. I know there's going to be difficulties. Let me get back in so I can get my protection, so I can have my security. That's all I would add to your message, because to stop right there for, women who are hurting, it's like, yeah, of course they're going to agree with you. They're going to, and like, I understand you have your own business, you provide for yourself, all those things. And I think that's great. But, women do need men. That's kind of really where it is. And, that's just where I come from.
No, and I do believe that, which is why I said people should lean on their family. I've always lived with men. I lived with my dad, my brother, my whole life. And when I left their homes, I went to live with my exes. I've always lived with men. I don't think that, oh, wait, Corona, no, I depend on men still to this day, right? I'm specifically talking about sexual relationships with men, where women can have there's a HIV thing going on in my city right now, where a man has just been passing HIV to women knowingly. That is dangerous. Okay, so when the climate of it is this dangerous, the women who are opting, I hope they got a plan, because I don't think women are dumb. I think we could all work. I think we could all put our minds to something. I think we all can take good care of our fucking selves. I don't think I'm no special than nobody. Matter of fact, I think I come from harder situations than majority of people. So I don't
stop the cap.
I just don't think less of women. I don't.
Yo, come on, man. Like, be honest.
Be honest about what?
What year did you retire?
That's my word.
How old were you is all I'm asking.
30.
Okay, then. Stop.
But that's my work. How many of y'all I haven't been in a relationship for 7 years. I haven't had sex for 7 years.
Look at Chuck said that shit lame, right, Chuck?
Chuck don't want to be with you. Miss what I'm saying. But dismiss what I'm saying, because I'm not going to sit here and act like it's bullshit. Y'all not missing time with y'all family. Y'all not going 7 years without seeing y'all family. Y'all not missing every holiday. Y'all not sacrificing like I sacrifice. Okay, so I'm not telling you that you're incapable of it.
They are.
You're not.
They are.
You're not. They're not.
They are.
I am not a superhuman. Y'all are not fucking incapable. I don't believe it.
Jazz, she just said, oh, let me talk. 7 years, no holidays, no family, no relationship. 100, how many hours a week on the road? 100?
Yeah, hell yeah. More than that. Probably like 140.
140 hours a week on the road. Sacrifice everything, being a damn human being. Showering 4 times a week. Brushing your teeth 6 times a week.
Yeah, he lied.
That's showering at a and this I'll be fabricating that part a little bit, but literally showering at a rest stop. Talking about, oh, it's nice in there. Come on, bro.
At Loves, they be nice. They give you towels.
See what I'm saying? You saying that's most women to do that?
No,
most women are doing
Love's
that?
truck stops are nice.
Okay. Are you
I'm not saying they're most what do it. I'm telling you that they're not incapable.
They are incapable of doing that. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Say it. Yes, they are.
No. I believe in, if I don't believe in nothing besides the Most High, I believe in black women.
Hey, I'm not saying that they won't work hard. I'm saying they're not doing that.
They could do other things. There's other things to do.
I ain't seen the secretary retire since she was 70.
That's because they like to work. I don't like to work.
Right,
that's the only why.
I mean, but does it make her point moot because they're not retired?
It makes her point moot because what she's saying is the overwhelming minority of people, let alone women. See, men at least have professional sports, which is the top less than 1%, right? That can achieve this retiring in 5 or 6 or 7 years to where they don't have to work anymore. It is uberly unrealistic of most people, especially women.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because if they still work or whatever like that, and they're not retired, does that make her point moot
Yes.
about them being able to take care of themselves?
The way in which they're in a position to make to take a position where they don't need a man, yes. Because that's her overarching point.
But if they're in a relationship with somebody and they still work, then I don't see how it makes her point moot because they
They're in a
still
relationship
working.
with a man.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
still
her
work.
point is absent of men.
Yeah. So if they with the man, they still work. If they not with the man, they still work.
What are you're saying that that man doesn't make a difference?
No, because they're still working.
No, that's not the point. The point is being an ability to opt out. What happens is if he working and she working, it's likely that they need each other's income overwhelmingly because they have to work, right? They need both of those incomes to survive. She's saying this woman has full damn near autonomy where she's made it to a point where she could be comfortable and just opt out of dating men altogether. That's a totally different point in life and monetarily as well.
I mean, even if they're not going to retire, if they work, I think Jalen has a good job, right? Jalen makes 6 figures, right? I'm not saying, Jalen has a man. I'm just saying there are women I know, right? There are
Without
women I know that are traveling the world.
the
I know so
context,
many Black women doing so much with their lives. And I just don't want Black women thinking that, we all watch Diddy beat the shit out of Cassie, kick that lady all in her head. There will still be some stupid bitch that's going to sign up and be with him. There's certain violations that men do that to the point they should never have access to a woman. But women love men so much, surpass the love of themselves, that they go through so much abuse. So
hey,
everybody who wants to break that pattern, I think that is a positive thing for
you
Black women, because they do not need to continue to love
but
men
you
to the
can't
point where they're going to
hinge.
be in abusive relationships.
But Shrug, you've been hinging arguments on fringes, on fringe people. You're a fringe person. What Diddy did is not the norm, right? But we're making arguments off the extremes. Here's the thing: how many people are investing in their 401ks? About 15 to 20% of people actually invest in their 401ks. How many people leave their 401ks to actually vest? Right? Less than 20% of people do so. The trips look good. What does credit card debt look like for those women? Right? What does debt look like for these people? So you can look on Instagram and it'll appear like it's something, but we know the numbers don't bear it out. People are working until they're dying now. We don't have Social Security open to us. So to say I'm going to do this by myself is poor advice for average people.
Yeah, but I just don't think that average people coupling, you 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 and your husband, who both earn average, who both make bad financial decisions because the men aren't making strides past the women are catching up with them, they're both making bad decisions, they both have debt, they both have these things, you're still not going to do better than a person who's on top of their resources game, right? So you're not going to fare out better while also adding a man and children on the load of a life that you already have to work until you die. That's
They all got
adding
kids.
extra on your plate. And you can have some type of emotionally or physical abuse that comes along with that.
They all
As
have
a woman,
kids,
that is a
Sherelle.
lot to
But
face,
but
bro.
but but you're not solving for the things that are obvious. They all have kids.
They
They
don't all
all
have
have
kids. 40% of Black women don't have kids.
at what see here's what you're missing. Well, here's what you're ignoring willfully. Ain't nobody married. So 35 and 40-year olds, which what's the number, Callie? 80% have children, are still out here dating and all that. So you gotta consider them, not the kids that are a little bit younger than you. Nah, consider the people that are still out in the earth dating. right? And they are in these circumstances at 40 with a kid by themselves, men and women. And when by themselves, I mean unmarried. So
Yeah.
the pot of people that we're assessing is vast, bro. It's not just a 25-year-old who's on a yacht trip that she didn't have to pay for.
And you know what? Maybe they're gonna have to do that POV shit where they confide in other women and they build within other single women and other communities with women. And I hear a lot of talks of them. Like a lot of things that outside of the men in my family, majority of the hardships that I've been through, it's been my female friends that have stuck beside me. It's been my female friends. And I think a lot of women will be realistic with themselves. The thoroughest person that you've ever had in your life is most likely your best friend, not some man. Your depression, I'm not talking about if you laid on a bill. I'm talking about depression. I'm talking about when you go through postpartum. I'm talking about when you sick. I'm talking about when women get so depressed they can't even bathe. And they got women coming to your house to bathe you. They got women coming to your house to clean your house and help you take care of your kids. It's other women that take you in. It's other women that's coming to your aid. But you are sitting here not having community with women and beefing with women over men to secure places with them, and you're actually cutting off the people who are your truest ally. Black women's truest ally is other black women.
You are telling people to do that. You're justifying people operating in a way that have already done things out of order. So now you're saying postpartum and all this stuff, but she did that process out of order. So now there are women there for her. If she does that process in order, right? The man is her husband and built in to that equation. But now we're saying she had to go through X because she did things out of order in the first place. We always focus on the end. What about the beginning? See, we forget. We forget about everything she did wrong. And now we're saying, hey, when shit hit the fan, this is who she had to lean on. But if she would have done it in proper order, she wouldn't be in that predicament. We got
done
Rel,
it
you
in proper order with the correct man. Done it in proper order with the correct man is the key. Because if you do it in the proper order and it ain't the right nigga, then you know what I'm saying, all that shit just go out the
We already
window.
conceded the pot kettle, right? We already conceded the pot kettle. So she's the wrong woman in that aspect. We already know that. You get what you give, right? We already conceded to that. So now that we got the right order and purpose, right? That's the key, bro. We keep focusing on the end. We can't do that.
No, but this is what I'm telling you. Callie gonna love me regardless, right?
I don't know.
I gotta be fit for this man. I gotta have this shape. I gotta always be beautiful. I gotta have the right attitude. I gotta make every fucking right decision. It don't matter that he laid down and put this baby in me. I'm going through what I'm going through, and because of I didn't make the right decision or do this shit in order wrong with him, he feel like he don't gotta show up. Guess what? Callie think I made the wrong decision too. She gonna still come over here and be my fucking best friend. Wrong or right. That's the people who love you unconditionally. When you fuck up and people desert you because you made a bad decision, they ain't the people that love you. When the people that come there and say, man, you fucked up, you was wrong, you made the wrong decision, and they stick beside you and thug that shit out with you, that is the people who love you. And 9 times out of 10 as a black woman, that is another black woman. That is your fucking mama. That is your auntie. That is your sisters. That are your friends who don't care about all the wrong decisions you made, who aren't going to shame you and judge you and abandon you.
What are you
shame
talking
you,
about?
judge you, abandon you, and throw you the fuck away. They will never. They might talk their shit and tell you about yourself, but they gonna love you through that shit.
You have misplaced passion for someone who's enabling a person. So you're saying, regardless of all the wrong you've done, because that's what you said, they gonna love you and support you through it, right? Let me ask you a question, because maybe I missed this part. Do they check your poor behavior?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question again, and I want you to answer this question honestly. Are they checking the poor behavior, or from our several conversations, are they giving the advice? Have a kid by this person, and this many months you can have another kid, and the government will give you this much support and this much this and this much that. We had that conversation.
Yeah,
so I just want to make sure. I want to make sure we include that when I ask you this question. Are they enabling bad behavior, are they checking the bad behavior?
There's a portion of them enabling. I think the overall majority
Don't do the portion thing to me. You know I'm
okay.
speaking
I think
majority
the
minority.
majority is checking it. Your mama's always checking you having kids that you can't
Bro,
afford.
you said
Because you talking about what peer to peer or women may do.
you said moms and aunties and all that. That's why I'm listening to what you're
If
saying.
they have that same modus operandi, but more than likely, majority of moms are going to tell you you're having kids. When my friend had her kid, I told her you need to get your tubes tied. If you're going to be sleeping around, moving around, get your tubes tied. You can't keep bringing children in the world knowing the conditions that you're bringing them in. She got her fucking tubes tied. But I didn't leave her because I think she thought she made a bad decision. When she went through her darkest hour, I stood beside her.
Yeah, yo, real. And here's a problem. What you're saying would give more. It would have more weight if you gave me the 100% honest response to my question, because we talked about that at nauseum about the enablement and entitlement and the misunderstanding of what it means to just have a kid because you get resources and benefits. So now there's no way those same women are then reprimanding these women for having these actions when they also supported them and advised in these actions. Now, if you said that the minority are checking it, I think that's more viable and reconciles with conversations we had previously several times.
Okay, so talk about this. When we're
talking
talking
shit.
about the 100% of black women,
And
and we're
then
talking
Rebecca, you
about
can go. I just that's the last thing.
we're talking about the 100% of black women, and we're talking about 40% of black women not having kids. And between the ages of 22 and 44 is actually the stat. The ages of 22 to 44 in the next 5 years, 50% of black women will be single and childless. When we cleaned up teen pregnancy and we've got smarter, don't think that we ain't checking shit. The majority of black women are not on Section 8. The majority of black women are not eating up the government. We've already proven that propaganda that we're actually not the face of welfare. So yes, there is that marginalized group who want to be welfare queens and live off the system, and they are being enabled. But the rest of us, we've been checking shit and correcting shit, and the fucking stats show we ain't out here opening our legs. We
You've
ain't
done
out here
them.
just having kids willy-nilly.
Yeah,
We're
you've
changing
done
that
them a
shit.
disservice tonight. You've done them a disservice tonight because we just know what's overwhelmingly not happening and untrue. And then we're saying, hey, do a thing that I was able to do as an outlier. And now it just allows people to stay in the same place they were when we know there's a need. But we can't seem to bring ourselves to say it. So you're saying the stat is 60% of black women have kids at 44?
Yeah, by 44, 60% of black women have kids. That group of 60%, 20% of them are wives. They are actually married.
Okay, so at 40, 60% of black women have kids?
Yeah. So even within those relationships, the majority of black kids, they're growing up with both parents in their life. That's where we're at now, right? So even if they're not on the government married, there's plenty of people in cultures who don't believe in the government papers, but they've been together for years. So what I'm saying is when I
Those women know they
I
need
look and see
men.
the progress.
Well, remember the argument was need men, so those women know that they need their men.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in that instance. Go ahead, Rebecca.
The people who are really close to you, and this is just something I've seen, like in mass, are going to be biased to you. They're going to try to uplift you and make you feel better. And as a result is actually enabling more than telling you what you were wrong at or what the steps to take for next time so you don't keep yourself in this position. I understand you may tell your friends certain things to keep them, on their toes, but in mass, the people who are closest to you are biased and they want to make you feel better, which is going to enable you. So.
Well, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Let me read these real quick. Brother Warren Sloop became a member.
Perfect.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Appreciate you, Ak. Good to see you. Welcome to the family, Cuzzo. Relly with the $2. Give me the link. Have the real conversation. Congo. Salute with the 30 ball says, Hamp, good luck with this group, including Sherelle and Venus. Venus ain't even up here. Accountability.
He was talking about us in the chat. We was going back and forth with him in the chat.
He said, just bad breath.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Wow.
Congo, salute, man. Good to see you, man. Fifi with the $5 says, T-Mobile has a commercial with white women saying, why having a phone is better than having a man. I got you to check that one out. Twan, what up, kid? With the $2 says, Cali, that would mean you just have a short fuse.
No, it doesn't. If you're pushing my buttons, that means that you have to push it on purpose. No, because he's pushing my buttons right now. Because I already explained this.
I know you yelling.
Yeah, because I've already explained this. Okay, and it's weaponized incompetence at this point. Pushing my buttons means that you didn't get the reaction that you wanted, so therefore you are pushing my buttons now to get a reaction that I did not initially have, and you keep pressing them, and that's the fucking problem. Leave me the fuck alone.
J Mill with the $5 says, seem like you have a lot of buttons.
No, just stop pressing the same goddamn button. I don't have a lot of goddamn buttons, but you're doing this shit here. Okay?
Press the goddamn button. Well,
I'm a firm believer everybody ain't for everybody. So if you can't stop pressing my fucking button, just stay the fuck away from me. How about that?
everybody isn't for everybody. But I do want to say, before I go ahead and go to bed, I think Black women are worth it. We're just not perfect. So take that how I take it, and we all need to work on ourselves. And that's just really it.
No doubt. Hey, Kiara, you did a great job tonight, man.
Jazz, you gotta work in the morning, girl.
Girl, yeah, I'm about to go to bed, girl. I'm sad.
You know what that shit remind me of what Tommy said the other day? Tommy B said the other day, at a certain point, it's just the goddamn motherfucker pushing on banging on the glass trying to get the goddamn gorilla to react. Yeah, that's the same shit. You want this gorilla to act. That's why you keep fucking pressing my goddamn button.
You ain't a gorilla.
I did have a point.
You're getting what you asking for at this point.
You ain't a gorilla.
Hey, don't turn me into one, and I won't be one. Stop pounding on the goddamn glass.
It was about disrespect.
You're 5'3", 120 pounds.
I'm 5'5", and I'm 180.
I don't care if you get mad, little nigga.
Y'all the same height.
Obviously, because they got this goddamn glass called the fucking internet.
He like 20.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get Kiara. Kiara, you going to bed? Hey man, you did a great job tonight, man.
Oh, but before I go, just in case Callie stay up here, I want to go back to the point that she was making, because Sherelle brought it up too, kind of. She was saying like she would never hurt anybody that she loves on purpose. And sometimes it's not on purpose. So Callie was saying, like, if that man sees what you did as disrespect and that wasn't your intent, but that's his opinion, which can be valid, how he feels is how he feels. It's his perspective. But it doesn't match your intent, because disrespect is very subjective. And he still wants to feel that way. That man is going to be upset. He'll want to hear what you got to say. He's going to just take it that way. And it's not going to be any peace after that. So whether you say something or not, he's still going to think you're disrespectful. And that's just gonna keep tithering down, because he's like, you always disrespectful, it's always this, you always that. And you never even got the chance to say or be heard that wasn't what you were trying to do, or that wasn't what you thought wasn't what it was. But I don't know. Sound like communication issues, but
yeah, I mean, it's a lot to it. I think here's the convenience of that: we judge ourselves off our intentions. We judge everybody else off their actions.
we judge ourselves off our intentions, and we judge everybody else off their actions.
Yeah. And then here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Here's the thing for
Callie, you doing the women a disservice. I just want you to know that.
no. Okay, I know everybody ain't like me, right? But I also know that I am not on an island either by myself. There are other people on this island with me. Okay.
You know, this definitely
How it
happens. Like if I talk to the guys tomorrow about what they should change, they gonna fight me.
Mm.
And talk to women about what they should change, they gonna fight me.
So why do you feel like we do them a disservice? Do you feel like only the way you see it is the correct way?
I think it's the most beneficial way for most people because what you're saying is for fringe people, right? The people, the minority populace is going to be able to achieve that level of autonomy to where they have less and less of a need for other people to be around them. So I think that what I'm saying about the need, it will suit more people. That's what I'm saying. So it's not the only way, but for most people, it's the most effective way.
And you don't think that women pulling their resources together could combat that?
Nah, it's unrealistic. We see y'all not get along all the time. Women fall out with women so much, it's ridiculous. And I'm not exaggerating about that at all.
Yeah, but y'all don't get along either.
That's not a retort.
No,
That's a
it is a retort.
response.
I just because like I keep saying to
Men
this,
aren't
like,
well, Sherelle. The reason why it's not a retort, it's a response that's inconsequential, is because men aren't running around saying we don't need women.
okay,
shit.
but your actions show that you don't need us because the way
shit.
that you
Right.
discard.
Y'all
All I'm
really
just saying is
hurting.
the way that you discard us, the way that you treat us, you do not treat us well. That is a direct
Why are you
just
saying
action
that?
to
And
say,
now here's where the other thing. You say you opt out, but you know all these things, right? Like, why are we saying that? And then you said that you particularly dealt with great men, so you know that's not true. So why
you
even
do
put that in
you
earth?
do know that I'm like one of 12 of daughters,
I've been
right?
trying to tell you
So
that
that's what
you
I'm saying.
one of
Like
one,
I literally have 11 sisters, biological. My dad has 11 daughters.
but you think you're not gonna be able to get that off like as though we can't assess their conduct, and that's what we've been saying. There are
Okay, so
two
you're
people
saying
in
it's
these.
your fault that a man beats you. So I'm gonna say, hey, I
No,
don't want to
no.
ever be
Well,
beat by
Sherelle,
another man
now
because my
that's
decorum
a
is
date.
so
Wait,
bad.
wait,
I'm
wait,
going
wait,
to
wait,
leave
wait,
myself
wait,
alone.
wait. Because what you said is not nothing I said. Right? You just said I said something about beating women. Right? I did not say
No,
anything of the sort. We're
no, that's
saying
not what I'm saying.
assess. Okay, I know, but that's what was said. You see, so we're saying assess conduct of all parties. You understand? So obviously, if somebody's getting beat up, that's not the woman that I'm talking about. But we're talking about people and conduct in relationships and how people fall out and then blame the other person. That's something that we assessed earlier. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I understand what you're saying. That wasn't what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say is we always going to blame ourselves for no matter what abuse that we are. Then we have to take it upon ourselves. And those women, those marginalized women, don't try to shun them. I don't think that is good advice for any other woman to stand up. Because I promise you, I've been single for 7 years. I'm gonna go back and forth with y'all. Y'all could think y'all could disrespect me if I said that I can do this shit and I can stand 10 toes down. But we gonna go tit for tat. And these other women are gonna stand on their principles and what they believe. I don't expect I don't expect no man, to be honest, because I truly do not feel that black men as a whole care about the best interest of black women if it is not beneficial to black men as well. If it is going to be only a benefit to black women, don't nobody care but black women. That is it. That is a solo ship for us to be on. That is a sad island for us to be on. But that's our plight. And I'm not gonna overlook that or sugarcoat that shit for nobody. We
Yeah.
alone in a lot of this shit. We're going to need each other more than anybody's gonna show up for us. The ones who unconditionally love us is us. So maybe we do not disagree. We get back and forth and we argue. And 9 times out of 10, that shit be about other men. But I promise you, if you a woman, especially a black woman, and you think about the people in your life who have been there for you the most through everything you've ever been through, you're going to say that shit is another woman, bruh.
All right.
Another
So
fucking black
yeah,
woman,
what it
bro.
is you're emphatically incorrect, right? Um, like you said, well, I don't know if you said this, but it's been said several times that men have come through, right? You're saying that the world is how it is. You said this earlier because of men, right? Men kill and die for the women that belong to them. And we see it unfortunately rear its head so often. Use a hyperbolic example like Travis Rudolph, where boys got killed and shot at for coming to the aid of their woman. I've seen video after video of a woman going back and forth with a man. Soon as he defend himself, men jump in and make sure that he don't defend himself against that woman. Right? We know that in our neighborhoods, you can't just mess with the woman on somebody's block. Right? So we just don't see that in mass. I think people don't do well in relationships because people aren't well themselves before they get in relationships. But we refuse to look intrinsically. Right? That continues to be ignored, and we wonder why we receive the same negative results because once again we attract what we are. We already conceded to that, but somehow this thing is one-sided. um and what it's doing is it's a divide that is unnecessary. We just have to fix the things that are broken so we can couple together correctly. Instead, we're saying, hey, be by yourself because you always been able to only depend on women, which we know is untrue. We just created situations where women were only around because we did things backwards. We didn't get married first, right? So when my wife goes to the hospital, I'm there and it makes a difference. When my wife goes to mechanic shop, I'm there and it makes a difference. When my kids need to go to school or pick a daycare, my wife is an expert because she has a doctorate in education, and that makes a difference. We got all these resources pooled in one house because we make a difference to each other. You know why? Because the need is there and we both recognize it.
Yeah.
Us preaching a divide, we hurting each other.
I don't
Well, you said what you had to say, Sherelle.
no,
I'm
I just
responding to
want to
you.
say this one last thing. I didn't say that black men don't ever do anything, but I
I
just
didn't say
said
you
like
said that.
if you go across any group of women and you ask them who has been the person that showed up for them the most in life, they're going to say other women, other black women. When you ask the majority of black women, that's the plight. A lot of us haven't chose this. A lot of us were born into these situations, and this is just all we have ever known. You understand what I'm
Okay.
saying? And I can't talk
That's
about where we used to be. I could just talk about now, and this is where we're at. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
know black men, y'all, for as crime rate, y'all are the top reason y'all die, other black men. But I never throw that in y'all face like, oh, y'all don't get along, even though y'all are the top reason y'all die. Right? Because we understand that, yeah, people are gonna disagree when we're in proximity. So I think it would just
Here's 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 what you gotta understand. This is a better note to end on. Right. We have a deficit when it comes to fathers. That's been changing pretty rapidly, right? The women that have fathers don't say that. The women that have fathers will let you know that their father will go to hell and high water, run through any fire for them. That's what the women that have fathers say, overwhelmingly. But because they're minority populace, because a lot of us grew up in fatherless homes, we don't hear it. But whenever there's a father involved, that's the message. That's what we should hinge on. It's always the minority doing the right thing. And now once you see the influx of fathers, you'll start to hear that more and more because that's his actual job, to make her feel safe, to make her feel comfortable, to make her feel wanted. She don't know how to love herself until her father loved her first. He teaches her what's appropriate. You see? But because fathers have been missing or out of the homes, it's not being said. But once you see the influx of fathers, you'll hear her hinge on her father more and more and more and more. That's the key. It's tough.
Yep.
It's tough. Good convo. Rel, any final thoughts?
Good show. Thanks for having the conversation. I definitely think that my perspective and women who think like me exist, and our voice is valid, be understanding that our plight that we're in. So even if you don't agree to ostracize us or be in negative or competition with Black women because they've made logical decisions to make sure that they can plan their lives to be safe and safe. I understand them, and I don't expect everybody to, but I understand you regardless if I have your history or whatever, So good show. Love y'all.
Indeed. Kiera, do you want to do a final thought? I think you already talked your shit, right?
Yeah, I've already said what I had to say. I was just sitting here listening.
No doubt. Lex.
Big conversation. That women are worth it. And of course, God made Texas first. That always happens like that.
He made Texas last in New Orleans. He made Louisiana, left New Orleans
You
last.
bet you better not let no Oakland person hear you say God made Texas first. Okay?
Please,
You better
please.
hope Tommy is not in the damn chat.
That's a
The
fact.
hell, Tommy, no, I ain't scared of him. What are you talking about? But anyway.
Ali.
No, good, cool conversation or whatever. Some points I agree with, some points I don't. Ultimately, at the end of the day, um, but I will say this though, right? I would say that Black women are worth it, but there is a point that you have to realize that you are not going to be able to throw a rock into a crowd and find the one that's best for you. That's not how that works. Your wife is special because you chose her, not because you did some eeny meeny miny mo shit. I am going to pick the very best one, so you will not be it for yeah, that's not how that goes. Okay, it's not random. Okay, so you know what I'm saying. Choose wisely. Black women choose wisely as well.
Oh yeah, and I do want to say it was a good conversation too. I didn't speak on that part. I just said that the Black women are worth it. We're just not perfect, and like we already said, like if you're whatever you get is a reflection of yourself. That same thing applies to the men. So if we're not perfect, nobody else is perfect. We all got issues. We need to work on them. That's just how I feel about it. But yeah, I enjoyed the conversation. Invite me back next time. Y'all kept me and Jasmine up way past our bedtime, but we we stayed to the end. So good shit, good shit.
Jasmine, make sure you smiling tomorrow, Jasmine. Make sure you smile.
I've
Jasmine,
been
give a final
smiling
thought.
all night. It's crazy.
Jazz, you got any final thoughts?
Yeah, the conversation was good. I'm definitely not gonna have the energy to smile in the morning because I've been up all night. But I do feel like Black women are worth it. We just got some work to do as a whole.
Okay. Becca.
Definitely a great conversation. Self-reflection, self-awareness, self-respect, all that's encompassing for us, to be able to be the best versions of ourselves. I believe that we are worth it as Black women, and we have to believe that we're worth it in order to put that out, to find whatever the goal is in life, whether not having a partner or having a husband. Um, Whatever it is, we got to start with self. That's all I got.
Yeah, man. This is I think you guys did a good job in this conversation, right? I think great job is what I was hoping for, just in terms of kind of staying on the topic and being on par with the assessment that's being made. And now this is not just y'all. When I do the shows about the men and the improvements or whatever the case is, I often have to redirect it and redirect it and redirect it. We have an issue with accountability. And that word is almost used too loosely, right? people generally have to hear what you say and then hold themselves accountable. But it just doesn't happen as often because we only need one person to say a thing that allows me not to be accountable for me to revert back to who I've always been. And I just think we really doing ourselves a disservice because if you get what you put out in the earth and most of us are getting negative results, what does it have to say about you? Like, what is your true and honest self-reflection? We failing fast, tomorrow's show going to be interesting, but we failing fast in terms of family, wealth, the whole 9 yards. And a lot of these things coincide, you know? So when we say black women are worth it, I believe that statement, but it gets clouded over and over, especially because propaganda is so loud. And when we having a conversation, we got to ask ourselves, are we a representation of the opposite of the propaganda or a remnant or a semblance of the propaganda? Are we the things that we complain about? Like Sherelle said, black men kill black men. I don't run from the violent statistics because when I was being foolish, I added to those statistics. So I don't ever be like, oh no, that ain't nah. I could probably punch somebody in the face right now, and I'm old. Outside of the ring, I'm saying. Because people don't change their mask, but we just got to be honest about it. You got to control those negative traits about yourself. I don't know, man. Interesting, man. Great show. Y'all get some sleep. Sherelle, it's Tuesday, so brush your teeth today.
I brushed my teeth this morning. I don't have to brush my teeth. Wait till next Tuesday morning. So, yeah.
That shit sound crazy.
Somebody said, can you come on my stream? I was like, you gonna pay me? And it was like, yeah, I'm gonna pay you. I was like, oh, I'm gonna come. They was like, you gonna take a shower? I was like, who said I don't take showers? Nigga, you don't even pay attention. I said I don't brush my teeth. I ain't never said I don't take showers. That's fucking gross. Like, come on now.
I might have to stop saying that shit then.
I'm ready to hear the next show.
Yeah, man.
You said it's gonna be the men tomorrow or what?
Tomorrow's the unqualified opinion show. So we just have a conversation about people that are talking, that have a voice that maybe either shouldn't, or the weight or merit of said voices should be lessened or propped up. But we do shows on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, right?
I would love to hear a show about black men and their accountability to their responsibility.
Now here's a beautiful thing. We ain't even let this marinate yet. I need
which part marinate?
This whole
that black
show.
women have attitudes?
Nah, but we gotta watch it though. We gotta listen to ourselves. See, when I make those clips, they be like, "Oh shit, that was me. Yeah, that was you." So you just gotta watch it back, Key, and then we'll do the other show. I promise you.
Okay, I'm gonna tune in and listen up.
Indeed.
But for now, I'm going to bed. I've enjoyed y'all.
Yes, ma'am. Hey,
night.
Everybody in the chat, ladies, y'all did a great job. Let's keep on grinding. Cody, I appreciate you.
Who birthday?
It's your birthday?
He's saying he's late. No, my birthday.
Why your birthday next year?
Yeah,
way next year.
But no, that's how you know my brothers love me, man.
Because they forget your birthdays.
Nah, well, they remember when they remember. I mean, Cody old as dirt.
Yeah, only men think that's okay. Yeah, you're right. See, women, that'll be the end of a friendship right there. My fucking birthday.
And I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Jump in the Discord. Get familiar. This might be risky. We here, man. Be safe and do the right thing. Like, share, subscribe.
Tell a friend and tell a friend. Here we are. Y'all gotta stop laughing. That's my part.
Women's POV, a place to be heard. When it's POV, I need a word with my girls. When it's POV, Tuesday nights trying to get it right. It's It's just real point of views from real women's lives. Women ladies, put the kids to bed and pull up a seat. We don't judge, come up, just say what's up before you speak. Tuesday night, this our night, this might be risky every week. So let your head down, pour the wine up and get ready for the tea. It's a different outlook, trying to find out what is missing. DJ Hamp gon' let you cook to edify and not to burn down the kitchen. Relationships, kids, new women just want, don't judge. Girl, we listening, don't judge. Yeah, girl, we listening, don't judge. Don't judge. Cause girls just wanna fight and women just wanna have fun. Women's POV, I need a word with my girls. Women's POV, Tuesday nights trying to get it right. It's just real point of views from real women's lives.